That's like. Welcome to the Grindhouse.
What's up, grinders? How you doing? What was that? Oh, man. It's Tuesday night. Hope everybody had a wonderful Halloween yesterday in the U.S. All I'm going to say is, David Rock, you made me spit out my drink when he said Phil Ness Myers. Dude, I literally spit my drink out. All over my goddamn table. Typed in Phil Ness Myers. Oh, damn, man. I still spit the shit. Oh, man, I couldn't stop laughing. This spit the shit all over. Drink all over my goddamn. Holy crap, man. That was hilarious. He's been Phil Ness Myers. What's up, grinders? How you doing? Let me do some shout outs. Dave Rockman got me spitting out the drinks. Wild Wolf, Kyle, Sergeant, Brian East, Twisted Sink. What's up, Nick? Kyle, Brian, Wild Wolf. Airwood, Z76, Truth Serum. Oh, there'll be a lot of Truth Serum tonight. Oh, man. Kyle says I have the green light. Yes, I do have the green light. That's right. Mr. Tennis. Microsoft is desperate. Yes. I agree. Virtual reality is here. Almost will be here early next year. Carl, how you doing? Game night. Yo, let's go. Not your mother. Get your mother, please. How you doing? Oh, man. Oh, I have to get over the drink. Joey, how you doing, Joey? What's up, Steven Orban? How you doing, everybody? Chilling. Get on here. Nubrico, the unknown. Oh, man. Hit that like button. Share it out. Meniolis. How you doing? Don John. Not John Tar, but Don John. How you doing? 8K Dual Sensible. Says Phil Sermon. Oh, Ryan, how you doing? Oh, my goodness. Hit that like button. Share it out. I was grabbing some of the Phil Ness of the past. But my goodness, come on in, everybody. Hit that like, share it out. Got some things going on. I reached out to Frogs. Hopefully he could jump on. I know he's still traveling. He's waiting for his John Tar edition. Phil Ness Kruger. But man, it's gonna be spooky. It is a horror show. I gotta tell you, when you look at that first party output, it's a goddamn horror show. Goddamn monster movie. Sounds like a monster movie. Apollo Creed versus the Italian Stallion. Sounds like a damn monster movie. That's right. Oh, man. I gotta clean the floor. I gotta bring in drink out. Spit the drink out. Holy crap. Thank you. Nova Red, how you doing? Damasi. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. Uh-oh, I hear him. What's going on? What? Oh, damn. You know what's coming. Speaking about the grinders, Tenshu, how you doing? The VIP grinders in the Grindhouse. Shout out to the VIPs who use those wonderful emojis that you see in the chat here with Herman Holtz doing quality splits. You know that he's stretching extra long for everybody. Pause. Because Ragnarok is coming. We are on the almost to the eve of the week that Ragnarok releases. It's coming. Yes, it's true. Get him! Oh, yeah. Thank you. If you want to be a VIP grinder, hit that join button, and you can be on the wall with Herman Holtz. We're going to have to get a new wall. Herman Holtz is split so far. But you know what? The thing that everybody kind of sees in the background, we get more and more shit in the background. We got the Phil Ness booster, bootleg Joel, some Xbox donuts, the refrigerator, which got remastered. All those wonderful things can't be in this club. This is the quality club, not the bootleg club. Bootleg's outside. We got quality. And there's going to be a lot of quality talk tonight. So shout out to all the VIP grinders. Thank you for your support. Hit that join button. You want to be a VIP. Use those wonderful emojis. And hit that subscribe button. We're going to go. Oh, Herman. He's ready. He's ready. As you can see, what the hell is going on my video? Damn. As you can see, the topics this evening are few and far between because we're going to be doing some deep diving. Deep dive. Oh, deep dive into the pool. That's what we're doing. A deep dive into the legacy of these lies of Phil Ness in this God monster movie.
Oh, yeah. You want games?
Games will be the trigger word. Anyway, shout out, Link. What's up? How you doing? Usually, Link, he's here. How you doing, Link? What's up? Harry Tran, thank you for subscribing. Oh, man. Oh, crap away. So, first things first, before we get into the nitty-gritty on this thing. They remastered the fridge, James. They remastered the fridge. Friggin' refrigerator got remastered. All right? That's the quality output that Phil Ness has been talking about for 3 years. Okay? The quality output from him. This friggin' Phil Ness. Let me move this thing over here. I can move this. I gotta move some boxes around here. Pause. There we go. Oh, damn. I don't want that dev interview right now. I don't want that dev interview. That's the dev interview. We don't want that. Phil Ness. Phil Ness never sleeps, dude. He's lying in his sleep. Yes. Oh, I'll mention it. Dude, Phil's on the beach at Wall Street Journal, dude. To jump right in, just give you a little taste. The nerve of this man to be doing interviews with no games coming out this holiday. Dude, I'm seeing him. He was on the beach with the Wall Street Journal, getting his booty tan. Then he goes on the show with what's her name? He sent her the big ass fridge. Goddamn, Justine. He gave her there's 3 people in the world that have the full size Xbox refrigerator. Her and Snoop Dogg. And I don't know. I think Phil's the other person. Bought? Yeah, maybe. 3 people in the world that got the large super Xbox refrigerators. The big ones. Her and Snoop Dogg. He does an interview for them. Hey, please. Phil Ness, go do your studio interview. Get to your goddamn studios. Try to save his job. Yeah, it's damage control, attention. That is. It's friggin' damage control on him. But first one thing I want to just talk about Call of Duty. So take it what you want. If you don't want to hear about Call of Duty, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I've played a lot of multiplayer. I played some of the single player campaign. I'm liking the single player campaign for some Call of Duty, but the multiplayer, it's definitely better from the beta. That's what I'm saying. It's better from the beta. There's still like a lot of little glitchy stuff going on, which I'm surprised is still around in this game, even though they got the feedback back. But they fixed a couple of things. Not as crazy with the glitches. I do think they improved the third person mode, which I really didn't play. too much because I'm really not into that. It looks interesting, but they still have the first person kind of death cam animations. I think they should have fine-tuned that if they really want to do that. But the gameplay, the gun leveling up, man, they know how to do it. That's the formula of Call of Duty. They just keep you coming back for more. You play, you unlock a bunch of things, you get XP, double XP, you get weapon attachments, you get abilities. They got the formula down. They always have. That's the hook. And what's crazy is how Halo missed the whole mark, knowing that that's the Call of Duty hook right there. Like, they got the hook. That you play, you feel like you're getting rewarded for doing things, for XP, and you want to do some more and see what you unlock next. And I like the movement. I'm not a huge fan of the slide cancels and jumping out of windows and flying and doing all this crazy stuff and acting stupid. I like the kind of the better pace, a little bit more realistic type of movement in this Call of Duty. That's what I liked about Modern Warfare 1. I like that there's a little more weight to the people. They can't just be like jumping, popping all over the place, doing all that crazy stuff that people like to tweak around in goddamn Call of Duty. So I'm not a huge fan of that stuff. I'll play it, but I'm just not a huge fan. I prefer the movement and kind of like who sees who first and a little more slower paced. But I like it. I like the balance of it. I'm enjoying it. It's holding off my interest. It's holding me up until I get to the God of War. And also, the campaign looks incredible. Looks amazing. Like, and they make you doing different things, like, really interesting things. Like, for example, no spoilers, like the second mission, but like you're sneaking into an area, and instead of just like sneaking in traditionally, you actually are going underwater, and it's kind of open how you want to handle it. But you have underwater with a knife, and you could take some sniper. You could take the silencer. And or you could try to take them underwater, or you could just, shoot them from the water and stuff. And it's really cool because you could go all the way under and come out, which is pretty damn cool. They're doing a little bit more things with that, just running down the hallway and shooting that. So far, what I've seen. Again, I'm only a couple hours in. I've been playing more of the multiplayer there whenever I get a chance to. But Halloween weekend and everything going on, I've been wanting to play more. So that's definitely something that I wanted to bring up in there. Link, have you played Call of Duty? Yeah, it's dripping all over me.
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Link, can you hear me? Let's see. Am my Discord working? Hold on, let's make sure my Discord's working. Oh, Link's on mute. Okay. Well, when Link comes back on, he can tell us if he's playing Call of Duty. Frogs hasn't been playing anything. I know that he's been traveling. I got to ask him if he tried that PlayStation streaming thing with a goddamn backbreaker, whatever the hell that thing backbone is. I'm sure he's gonna come back and trash the hell of that thing going on there. Like as quiet as he should be. The unknown says, "Oh damn, Link, you better get on there." And as I was speaking about, we're coming. No, Link is not talking. He's on mute right now. He's not. They must be doing something. So now we get to the God of War. John Tar is coming. John Tar is coming. Frog can't wait to pick up his. I got the collector's edition, the second one. That's the other one, the $100 one. I got that one because I want that goddamn Thor hammer. He's getting John Tar. The backbreaker. So I getting that. I have it pre-ordered at GameStop. Better not try to bundle in no God of War socks or some trash like that. I just want my game and I want to get out of there. But Ragnarok is coming. And man, oh man, I'm staying far away from that thing. I'm not looking at any. I see an article of Ragnarok, I just skim over it. I'm not even reading it. I'm not even clicking on it. I don't want to see spoilers. I don't want to see anything. You know it's going to be a quadruple A game. You want quadruple A? Goddamn it, it's quadruple A. And I see there's some article going around today like, oh, they couldn't use all the features, the full capabilities of the PS5 because of cross-gen. We know that. Yes, cross-gen sucks. But I'm going to tell you one thing. This is probably be the best-looking next-gen game that's ever come out. Okay? Because Sony just knows how to do it. We've seen it with Horizon. Well, if you look at Horizon Forbidden West on the PS5, would you be like, oh, this is a cross-gen game? Oh, they held back. No. That was only an excuse because Craig looked the way he did. See, that whole cross-gen holding things back, it's true. But it was derived from Craig and Halo being looking poor. It was an excuse that Xbox fans made for Halo looking like trash because it was a cross-gen game. But we've seen what talent can do with cross-gen and focused development on consoles. So we've seen that. Hell, we've seen games on the PS4 Pro look better than anything that Xbox has put out on the One X or anything on any other generation that's come out. They know how to make their stuff work, and that's focused console development first. Console first. So there's your excuses. Look at the Medium. I played the Medium. That wasn't a next-gen only game. Like, really? Look at that. That don't look no next-gen only game. Even Starfield. What they shown? That didn't look like that needed to be a next-gen only game. Hell, it has to run on the S anyway, so they're constantly tugging at those last-gen type of features, right? That bootleg Booster S. Nobody wants Booster. That's all I see what's being promoted. You know? That's all I see is being promoted, man. It's a PS5. Take a look. Now we're in the holiday season, right? Now we're in the holiday season. Where are we? We've turned over a new leaf. We are now into the holiday season. Hey, we're here. Take a look at your circulars as they come around for this holiday season. And look at what's advertised in there. There is the booster and the PS5. I don't know where the X is. Series X is not even in these ads that I'm seeing.
Ho, 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 ho. Nobody wants Booster. Ho, ho, ho.
I know it's supposed to be the horror edition, but that's horror Santa Claus right there. But I'm telling you, go look at the ads. Look at what's being promoted. I flipped that Target ad book. It's the S. And it's PS5 and God of War and Call of Duty. And Booster. Goddamn supplement console right there. That's like, I don't see the Series X being pushed. Do you? Grindhouse, do you see the Series X being pushed at all for the holiday? I haven't seen it. Santa Phil Christmas story. That's right. That's right, Mr. Dennis. Like, I haven't seen it, but as we now to approach the holiday, take that observation. John Tal Christmas. Ragnarok is coming. He's gonna ruin everybody's Christmas. People are not prepared for the wave of God of War that's coming right now. You see how like Halo grew on some of the momentum of last year? Wait till you see what God of War is gonna do. People are not ready. Not ready. Just from the previews, like, oh my God, the first 4 out. Dude, I don't even want to say. I just see the first 4. I don't even read it. They get, Phil was going around on Halloween. I saw him. He was handing out Game Pass subscriptions. He's like, trick or treat. I'm like, oh, here's some candy, Phil. And he's like, oh, no. I'm giving you something. I'm giving you a subscription. And I'm like, what? I was supposed to give you candy. It's trick or treating. I like the Phil costume. He's like, no. I'm giving you Game Pass. Satya says I got to get these numbers up. Otherwise, it's my ass and my ass booty. 2 asses will be out the window. Me and my booty. I got to get these numbers up. He's been smelling my bullshit and my booty for 2 years right now. He knew I've been talking out my ass. I thought I could distract him by promoting somebody named Booty. Crack some jokes, have some fun in the office, But the distractions only go so far. There's only so many ass jokes you can make. You're right. Chat is wild. That chat is wild. The Grindhouse, they've been hungry. They've been hungry, Nick. Grinders are hungry. Filipino for Halloween. Who he was? Phil Nokia. Oh, damn. Yes. I don't get it. I don't see it being pushed. I don't see it being pushed at all. So, but I guess that's something to celebrate for. You know, you were the weakest console last gen, and that was the reason why it failed. But, yeah. Let's celebrate because the S is the thing that's leading the charge of the next generation. Dude, it doesn't even make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. And Ragnarok is coming. John Tar edition is coming. Get your John Tars. All right? Get your John Tars. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not talking about. I don't want to see it. I don't even know who the hell, what's going on. I saw their trailer. I didn't even watch their combat video. I don't want to see anything. All right? The media sucks. Influencers and check marks now got to pay to be a check mark anymore. Good. Good. Pay for your cap. Check marks got to pay. Good. Good is a stupid thing anyway to have a check mark on Twitter. Don't make you any special. You still tweet out dumbass shit. Now you got a little blue check mark next to him to make you think that I should take your shit seriously? No, you're even more foolish. Good. Pay $20 a month. For capping. You should pay for capping. Let him pay. There you go. That's what I thought of check marks. There they are. When I saw check mark tweeting about something, the clown music kicked in. When I saw the check marks. Good. Let the clowns pay. You want to be a clown? You could pay, clown. For your stupid ass check marks. Good. Maybe they'll send you some free stuff. You should. You're paying. Let them pay. Stupid ass check marks. Say dumb ass things to get traction. Here's your clown. Send something to me. Send something to me. I will unbox something and pretend I'm hyped for it. 3 C's. That's right. The check marks. Pay up, clowns. Good job. Get them paying. Influences. The hell out of here. Pay for the check mark. I'm not paying the $10 more for a game, but I'll pay $20 to get a check mark next to my Twitter name. The hell out of here. Stupid check marks. It just so you know what, and this is not even on the topic list. That you know what grinds my gears? Fake people, fake reactions. That drives me crazy. I don't like fake. I like honesty. I like true emotion. How somebody really feels about something. That I respect. But when you just want to make a smile and put on a dance routine and stuff like that to get free shit, that does nothing for me. I don't go, oh, I'm excited too. No, I don't. I get deterred. That turns around. That makes me not want that. That makes me think that, you know what, that thing that you're smiling about and opening and celebrating really is a piece of shit. But you're trying to make it a pretty piece of shit because you're dancing around it smiling. That makes me not want it because I think you're capping for it. I think you're covering up that you're covering up the trash that it really is. That drives me crazy. And you see more and more of this stuff on Twitter and on YouTube. I can't stand it. That's why spend your own money and give an honest opinion on how you feel about something. What's wrong? How is that wrong? How do people on the internet not want that? Like, who wants to watch a video of some clown running around celebrating? Look at my care package. Ooh! Oh, it's a great game. Is it? Or is it because you got a care package and you got to say you can't suck because you won't get another one? You know? What's up, yeah, boy? Like, seriously. If I was really enjoying games in Game Pass, I'm like, oh, this is incredible. I would say, guys, seriously, yes, it's worth it to do it because of this, this, and this, in my experience. You don't have to take my opinion for it, but I'm giving you an honest opinion based on my experiences with it. I'm not just saying it's great because Phil says it's great. And you see it. Whatever Phil and whatever the check marks say just gets reverbed over the internet. And they just build their own, just repeat. They just repeat and reiterate the same thing. Phil says games are coming. Phil says he's excited about 2020. Phil says he's excited about 2020. Check mark 2. Phil's excited about 2020. I know. I tried out some of those games. I'm excited too. Check mark, check mark, check. And it just reverbs. And that's the nature of this influencer crap. A number one customer, the Game Night 1, 2, 3. The 5, he goes, while Xbox are talking about Activision and writing letters to the CMA, I got the Platinum for Gotham Knights and Persona 5 Royal for the PS5. Congrats to you, Game Night. Exactly. Play some games while they're writing letters. They got no games. They got the 12 Terafar Beast Incarnate with no games. And not just no holiday games like the shit they were trashing PlayStation for last year. They got no games for the entire year of 2022. Sony didn't have a game in October and November last year, and it was do not buy a PlayStation. They got no holiday games. Well, that bitch in the ass. You had no games for this entire year. And guess what? Look me right in the chat and tell me, when is the release date of the next Xbox first-party game? You went a whole year of 2022 with no Xbox first-party games. And I'm jumping ahead here. Tell me when the release date is for the next Xbox first-party game. The first half, is it? I saw that trailer to Redfall. That didn't say first half of 2023. It didn't say spring of 2023. It didn't say winter of 2023. It didn't say summer of 2023. It said 2023. Thanks for subscribing, Solo. That's what it said. It didn't say first half. It didn't say anything. It just said Redfall 2023. You don't even know your release lineup for next year after having a whole year of 2022 with no first-party games. Preview to the topic. Preview of the Phil Ness. Do or die, right? Do or die it was with Halo. Halo's do or die. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. Where? How the hell you go through a whole year without any games and not know that you don't have a stacked lineup for January, February, March, April, May? Like, you should be, boom. You got 100 goddamn studios. What are we doing? Oh, damn, the Claymores. Dropping Pentiment. Pentiment. Do you think Pentiment will be more fun than God of War? Did you see that shit? Did you see? Pentiment is a side-scrolling storyboard. Listen. We could be honest here. Thank you for the super chat. We could be honest here. Nobody, when you talked about first-party output from Xbox Studios, not one person living in your, not one person like with a brain would be like, Pentiment is what I'm here for. Nobody wants that. You could cap all you want, say it's a great game, it's fun with friends, fun with one hand, whatever it is. But nobody came for Pentiment. Todd or Drew Howard's passion project. Nobody came for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But 30 goddamn studios. And you got a passion project coming out? Pentiment's gonna still hide and go. Who knows? It probably will. You want to know what? Listen. The review process is broken. The review process is broken. You got games sitting out there like Halo at 85, broken as hell. Back to the roots, that said. Meanwhile, they can't even get seasons. It got reviewed so high. And we had Grounded, that's Grounded 1.0 edition getting 80s. You know what? I think if it said Grounded 1.0 edition, I think there's more to come. Maybe you shouldn't give it so much so high. Maybe you should give it some room to grow. Oh, no, 8.5, 9s. Oh, 10 out of 10 from Windows Central. Oh, it's beautiful. Dude, it's Grounded 1.0. What are you talking? Whoa, hold the phone. The fact that they called it, after 2 years, it's called Grounded 1.0. Why don't you scale it back a little bit and take that in consideration? Thinking about maybe they're going to add a 1.5 or 2.0. Hold the phone. It took them 2 years to get to a 1.0 release. Why don't you chill out? Take that in consideration when you do the review. All four of you that reviewed it on an Xbox that was given to you by Phil Gloria Spencer with a goddamn glory hole cut out. Like, seriously. 5 people reviewed goddamn Grounded 1.0 and it's perfect. Perfect. Whoa, hey, yo. Taken in consideration. Xbox Era, there it is. John. 10 out of 10. Perfect. Wait, 1.0. Oh, that's perfect. Don't you have a little suspect? Are you sitting there going,
That was sus.
1.0. Don't you think there maybe is a 1.2 or 1.5? They're going to add some more mosquitoes, maybe some bees? I don't know. We got over 200 grinders in here. You deserve it. Grinders in the Grindhouse, you deserve it for supporting the channel. 200, you're getting it. 12 minutes in Hades.
Oh, and second up too. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes in Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, play till Requiem. What you play first and what you play last.
Listen to my soul.
They're all on Game Pass.
12 minutes of Hades. Listen to my tune.
Come on. The review process is broken. I mean, God of War is going to get, well, you know what? You already see it. All right? Before we get off the John Todd God of War, you already see it. What's up, Warawana? You already see it. If they added stuff from the first game, it's a little bit, it's the more God of War 8. But Halo's back, though. 87. Oh, it's just a little bit more God of War. I could see that still, it's just an expansion. We did this already. Oh, I'm not reading shit. They could wipe, they were dropping reviews. They could wipe their ass with these reviews. All right? Because we all know, you just know this game is going to be better, especially the way the industry is going. Look at the release list. Did you see? Look at this. I didn't even have this up because I looked at it. I almost fell out of my chair. Where is it? Is this it? Let me see. Is this it? Where is it? Yeah. Here you go. The big holiday lineup. We are ready for the big holiday lineup of November. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your huge holiday lineup for 2 years. 2 years into a next generation console, the holidays must buy. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your November release. We have The Chant, Blade, Die by the Blade, The Entropy Center, From Space, King's Hut, Outshine, WRC Generations, It Takes Two, that came out last year, Harvestella, Football Manager 2023. Oh, and we got Football Manager Touch, Pause, Football Manager Mobile, Football Manager Console, Sonic Frontiers, Police Simulator, Fabular, Pentiment, Bravery and Greed Goat Simulator 3, Spider-Man on PC, Just Dance, Evil West, what a Dark Tide Warhammer. Who hasn't played one of those? Do you get my drift? Do you get my drift? This is November, the must-buy season, the holiday season of gaming. Here it is. The holiday season of gaming. There's one goddamn relevant game in this whole thing. God of War. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Got 5 different versions of Football Manager Touch. Touch me. This is the holiday. Who this? God of War, Sonic, and maybe Evil West by Frog's Favorite Studios. By Frog's Favorite Studio, what are they called? The Focus Interactive. Frog's Favorite. Fernando. That's right. There's your Fernando. Bootleg Joel in the house. But do you get my drift? Here's your first party battle right here. Pentiment versus God of War. Really? That's why I'm not looking at any reviews. You gotta be kidding me. There's nothing in here even on par. They backed away from this game. Look at this. And you got Miles Morales releasing on PC. Jeez, like, yeah, you go. But like, you know, it is what it is. Devil and Me, I'm interested in this, but that's like a 4-hour, 5-hour game. I like those. That should have came out this month. But there's your November release list, everybody. Like, really? Like, come on. Nintendo, exactly. Game night. PlayStation November, God of War. Nintendo November, Pokemon. Xbox November.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2.
Oh!
New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Skyrim 2, Ground, Shroom, and Doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass.
Goddamn monster movie.
Games. We got no games. Merry Christmas. It's a horror show, baby.
The goddamn monster movie. This is what you got. I'm not reading any reviews. 12 minutes of Pentiment. Exactly, Pentiment. I want to see. Oh, please. Listen, we've been through this before. This is not new. We've been through this sad story for half a decade. Phil Ness voice. This is a massacre. It is. It's a monster movie, dude. Like, you're not ready. Not ready. And don't read reviews. Do yourself a favor. Don't even read reviews. Just go buy God of War, please. What's there to kill? What's there? Jay Summers! VIP Grinder for 8 months. Says, what's good, Jez and Grinders? Play that booty song. Give these bots something to enjoy. Oh, damn, he wants it. Oh, Phil's favorite booty.
Come to get a booty. Let me see you come to get a booty. Let me see you come to get a booty. Let me see you come to get a booty. Let me see you come to get a booty. Now drop.
That's the horror. That's the monster movie. There it is. Who farted? There it is. This guy is running. We're going to get into it. Thank you. Thank you, Jay Summers, VIP Grinder. But there's your lineup. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to buy any games this November. I'm going to hold off on God of War. Hold off. Who? What? Hold off. What are you playing? My Fantastic Ranch? Goddamn, the company that made it is Piece of Cake Fabulous. Who? Goat Simulator 3 made by Shitstain? Come on. Oh, it's Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 comes out. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's hiding. Oh, but I'm sure there's great Garfield lasagna party. You got Pokemon on God of War, please. Also about Phil Spencer money. There you go. There's your holiday lineup. Please, don't even. Get ready. That's why I think, listen. Well, I'll talk about it when we get into the thing. Don't sleep on Fantastic Ranch. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. He likes Garfield and lasagna. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. And now talking about game development and first-party studios. Yep, we're talking about it. Breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, there are rumors out there. No, breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I'm trying to be like an Xbox podcast. You heard it here first. Exactly, Warwana. He says, but you forget that Redfield, Starfield, Forza are all coming sometime in 20. Exactly, sometime. I said the Redfield trailer got 2023 on it. It didn't say early. It didn't say seasons. It didn't say March. It didn't say anything. But before we get into the Xbox first-party horror show, let's get a little appetizer, a little bite out of brand new breaking news. News you don't want to hear if you are an Xbox fan. Fable. Who do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, here comes Booty in the booty wagon. Here it comes. You got something to say about Fable? What's going on? Is this something that you traditionally do all the time, Booty? I got an exclusive interview with Matt Booty on what's happening with Fable. Matt Booty, please explain to me, why is Fable, and this was kind of broken by Jason Schreier here, what is going on with this news here? Apparently, Tencent, the enemy of enemies, has shut down a brand new studio named Anoma, who they just said, hey guys, our name is Anoma, and Tencent said, thank you very much, goodbye, and just shut them down. But Eidos Montreal still remains intact. Now remember, the bootleg Avengers studio, Crystal Dynamics, is working on the world-renowned game of Perfect Dark. Embracer Group, not Tencent. Still the enemy of everybody. Embracer Group. Embracer Group bought that part of Square Enix. Thank you, Embracer. I'll correct myself. Embracer Group. Who knows? They're both enemies. They say Tencent, Embracer, but we want Microsoft to save the day. Embracer Group shut down Anoma. Okay? They shut them down. And now they take control of Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Legacy of Kain. Well, Eidos Montreal, which remains intact, Jason Schreier just tweeted this out today. That's right, Ryan, exactly. Just a little tidbit we didn't know about here. Eidos Montreal, which remains intact, canceled the Stranger Things inspired by Kids on Bikes game. I don't know what the hell that thing was. That was rumored. But now they're working on a new IP, recently rescoped. Uh-oh. Probably because Embracer Group said we rescoped that thing. A new Deus Ex, very, very early, so don't bet on that. And then the humdinger of them all, the whoop-de-doo, the Phil Spencer, call me on the phone, we need help. Perfect Help is getting now help from Fable. Oh yes, the phones are ringing off the hook. They need help. They need help. Hit me with the bat phone. Phil Spencer, please help us make games co-developed partnership with Xbox, including Fable. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Eidos Montreal, world-renowned studio for making the worst version of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Guardians of the Galaxy. What incredible experience in making open-world RPG fantasy games is now helping Playground Games make Fable. We got Perfect Help, working Crystal Dynamics, the Bootleg Avengers studio, working on a Joanna Doc game, which, do they know first-person shooters? Nope. They know about Perfect Doc? Nope. But they're making a first-person shooter Perfect Doc game, or maybe it's third-person. Who knows? We haven't seen anything about it since 2020. And even then, what they showed was a CGI trailer of not even gameplay, but of a screen. So we don't even know what the hell the Perfect Help Bootleg Avengers studio is making. Bootleg Joanna Doc with mutton chops. I said it. She got mutton chops. She's going to be like the bootleg studios that they made with bootleg Spider-Man, Times Square Spider-Man, Times Square Iron Man. Now you're going to get Times Square Joanna Doc, because that's what Crystal Dynamics does. They make the bootleg versions of favorite characters that we have. That's what they did. They put goddamn Times Square Spider-Man. You know Times Square Spider-Man. I showed you Times Square Spider-Man. They put bootleg Spider-Man in the Avengers game with the rest of the bootlegs. And they're the ones that are working on Perfect Doc. Now, we got Eidos Montreal, which, let's see. Eidos Montreal, let's see the experience that you have in Fable. Let's see. Eidos Montreal, let's see your lineup. Let's see. Eidos Montreal games. Let's see. They are perfect. Oh my God. Why wouldn't you be a perfect fit, Eidos Montreal? Look at the wonderful games that you make. Guardians of the Galaxy, Deus Ex, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Bootleg Avengers, Thief, Tomb Raider, Deus Ex Breach, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Definitive Editions, Deus Ex. Wow. You know what? I don't see one goddamn tree or bush in any of the games that they're making. Fable's a fantasy green tree rolling game. I didn't see one goddamn happy little tree. Not even a Halo goddamn tree in this. What is this? Why are they working on Fable? Make this make sense. Why is Crystal Dynamics co-developing Perfect Doc with the Initiative's Quadruple A studio? And why is Playground Games, who make racing games, now in charge of making Fable, working with Eidos Montreal co-develop? And people are like, oh no, they always ask for help. Dude, what? This is something totally different. This sounds something totally different. I don't like, it's not even like they're like, hey, you know, let's get a developer. I could see, let's get a developer who makes fantasy games. Let's get you own goddamn Bethesda. You own goddamn Obsidian. How are you not asking them to help you make Playground games? That's why you have that the first party community, the reason why you bring them into your first party is because they could help you co-develop. They could help you share tools, share mechanisms, share development ideas, right? How are you ignoring the people that you own that are under your roof and using Eidos Montreal to help develop Fable? I don't get it. You have Obsidian right there. Knowledge of RPGs and that kind of stuff. You got Bethesda, all them. Eidos Montreal? I scratched my head when they had perfect help with Crystal Dynamics. I'm like, Crystal Dynamics making Perfect Dark? Who? You got Rare sitting there, don't even know what Everwild is. They didn't even finish the friggin' goddamn Kraken. He still got the 5C dicks in the air. You didn't finish the body to Kraken. What are they doing? Adding more skeletons to goddamn Sea of Thieves that Rare cannot work on Perfect Dark? You got Rare right there. But you reach out, you Crystal Dynamics? In their legacy of first-person sci-fi adventure, shooting games? Who? Now you got Fable, an open world fantasy RPG game with some nice humor and you a humorous game, like not super serious, and you get, hey, Deus Ex. And maybe they could pull some Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's a space game. I have no clue what they're doing. I don't know how this is run. I don't know why this is happening, but they own so many studios, but why are they partnering for Perfect Help? Is this their strategy? And you want to know what the crazy thing is. And people will go, well, and then here's somebody who says here, I'm reporting this for the first time. It sounds like the first Eidos working on Fable. And somebody goes, why does Microsoft need to partner with third-party devs to make their first-party games? These are third-party devs making first-party games, Grinders. I don't get it. And it's like, I can understand if they're reaching out for some concierge, hey, you know what? Why don't you help out here? A little concierge, here we go. I can understand that. But you're reaching out to studios that haven't even made the type of game that you're trying to make. So what input do they have for you? Like, what can they offer you except just warm bodies of developers? I'm fear-mongering. That's right. I told you this was going to be a horror show.
This is a horror show. Fear-mongering. Fable is in trouble.
Listen, before I read this, let me tell you something. The reason why this is not good news is because guess what, Grinders?
You're my number one customer.
We haven't seen anything on Fable since its launch. We haven't even seen a fairy's ass of Fable. Of the stupid video trailer that they shown in 2022. Yes, in January. Guess what? Yes, coming up to almost 3 years later, we haven't seen this side of a fairy's ass of Fable. Just like Perfect Dark. We haven't seen 1 ounce of Perfect Dark gameplay, video, nothing. And we're hearing about the help that they're getting from third party. That's the problem. That's the problem. We haven't seen anything of progress on these games. We've got trailers of a title screen, and they've never mentioned again. 2 years ago, Xbox is going to be at E3 for Summerfest. Xbox is going to be at Gamescom. Xbox is going to be at Tokyo Game Show. 2 years of that kind of trash, and they never even mentioned progress to Perfect Dark or Fable. But we hear an adjacent Schreier tweet, they're getting help. We hear in another Jason Schreier tweet, they're getting help from Crystal Dynamics for Perfect Dark. And then they go, oh, we're partnering Crystal Dynamics. It's like, what? Who? Why? No gameplay, no progress, no help, no nothing. And who you have working on there? Why Eidos Montreal? What expertise? Crystal Dynamics, I could see an ounce of like David Gallagher did work over there. So maybe he, I don't know why he had pull, but Eidos Montreal making Fable? Listen, let's go. Let's explore something. Remember when Fable was announced, right? Let's go. Before we move there, let's go. Game 9, 1, 2, 3 of the 5. He goes, even Bluepoint helped with the development of God of War Ragnarok. Santa Monica didn't need to go to Square Enix and ask for help. It's so strange, right? It's like, I understand they get supporting studios, they get other help, but I don't understand this going to third-party studios that really have no expertise in the IP and co-developing with them. He says co-development partnerships. Co-development partnerships with Xbox. They own 40, 50 goddamn studios. Why are they co-developing? And Jizzmaster, oh damn, pause. Jizzmaster of the 5, he says, just like sports, they have all the wrong personnel, so it won't work. It makes no sense, right? And know what's funny? Look at this. Let's see, Fable. I don't know if I have. Wait a second. See if I have it. There it is. Look, back in March, and this is what I'm saying, right? Legit. Like this is what I'm saying. Back in March of 2022, Fable progress slowed due to Playground's lack of RPG experience and frugal approach, says Dev. But people go,
fear-mongering, horror show. Boo. Why are you scaring the little Xbox fans? They are happy with this. They're happy, happy, happy. Don't scare them. Don't scare the Xbox fans. Everything is fine.
told you it's a goddamn horror show. Goddamn Phil Nesmai is in the house. It's fine. It's fine. Let's explore why this is happening. Because remember, I brought this up too. I'm like, wait. I said the same thing with Rare and Perfect Dark. I'm like, wait. Why is the studio that makes racing games making Fable? Oh, why? That makes no sense. It's not even a pivot. It is an extreme change. Right? It's an extreme change. It's not even related. There's no even, you're talking about a fantasy cart and horse and buggy with some English charm and fantastical in a realistic car racing developing studio. Built in realism and hyperrealism in cars. Without mission structures, without storylines. They haven't made anything, like Forza Horizon doesn't have a storyline. What's up, Jemiah? They don't have storylines. They don't have side missions. They don't have, quests and dungeons. And it's completely a whole 180 for them. Oh, you're fear-mongering. Stop that. They're fine. Playground Games is very capable. I understand they're a good studio, but that doesn't make them good for Fable. I don't get it. And what's crazy, the sad thing is that Fable was on its out. For the shutdown line. They didn't know what to do with Fable. After Molyneux left, They made Fable Connect version with magic powers. They made Fable, the Fable Legends, which never released. I played it in beta. It was interesting, but it was like just a service game. PC crossplay, 5-on-1 game. They lost their way with Fable. They didn't know what to do. After Fable 2, Peter Molyneux left. Like, they were done. Fable 3 was just more of the same, and that was it. Like, they didn't know what to do with Fable. It was just like, hey, Fable Anniversary, Fable Connect, and Fable Legends. They didn't know what to do with Fable. So that's how Fable went out. But now you're bringing it back with Playground? Okay, they're a good studio, but they don't know how to make the... But wait a second. That was announced in 2020. It was rumored since 2018 that Playground was making Fable. By all your friend checkmarks and rumors. Fable was being made by Playground Games. 3 years later, it gets confirmed with a CGI video at 2020 show. And then in 2022 of March, development is slow. We haven't seen anything more about Fable. Here's the we didn't even see a fairy's ass. Right? And then the things I'll say is like, they didn't make those kind of games. Well, let's see what happens. What's going on? And then they call it a Fable reboot. Oh man, pause, not good. Reboot. Make it your own game. And when you saw that's in the fantasy world, it's like, oh no, they could have made a Fable like The Witcher, or make it their own. The problem with making these developers that you have, these new developers that are under your roof, working on Fable and Perfect Dark, is that there's a certain expectation that comes with the legacy of those games for those that care. You know, you have somebody on the street right now saying, hey, you want to play Fable? They go, who? I remember that game back in the day. You say you want to play, if it's like that, yeah, maybe I will want to play. Oh, but it's made by a completely different person. I was like, oh, well, I don't know about that. Hey, remember Perfect Dark? You mean the one made by Rare? Yeah, this one's not made by them. Oh, damn, pause. And Perfect Dark 360, Perfect Dark Zero wasn't the best. Everybody talks about the 64 version. The real Perfect Dark. Not Perfect Dark Zero. That was not good. That was a disaster. That was a launch lineup of hell. That was horror. Oh, my God. What the hell they did to Perfect Dark. Tried to do a prequel to the game. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, that was the last time we saw Perfect Dark. So we're not going off of last games that were great, bringing them back. And they're both kind of like these spiritual reboots, which I would caution everybody to be real cautious about these IPs, because they're spiritual reboots of these games. Like, if they're God of War done, maybe. If they're going to be like God of War, but I don't know. We haven't seen anything. But look, the game was announced nearly 2 years ago in 2020. Rumors it was being developed surfaced 2 years before that. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did. So we should see something beyond the teaser, right? It feels like development is progressing rather slowly for a studio that pumps out massive open world Horizon games every other couple of years, right? Well, game designer Juan Fernandez has bounced around in various studios, including Rhyme developer Tequila Works, Hellblade creators Ninja Theory, and the stint at Playground Games, where he worked on the new Fable. Perhaps unsurprisingly, in an interview with Vandal, Fernandez reveals that Playground has some trouble adapting to make open world games where you don't blast around in fancy cars at 200 miles an hour.
No shit. No shit.
You think? Here's a quote. Playground is very organized and production driven. Every 2 years, they put out a Forza Horizon, which has more than 90 on Metacritic. Incredible quality. Yes, it does. They have taken racing games and dominated with them in the last few years. They're very smart and know what they're doing. They wanted to branch out with something different, and they thought the way they do this is open world racing games, but they lack the people with the knowledge of how gameplay is done. You think? Arnold?
No shit.
In an open world, how do you control a character and the actions are very different from what you have in a racing game. At the technology level, you have to develop animation, scripting, a quest system. Moving in a car at 300 miles an hour is very different requirements than walking through the countryside.
No shit.
You think? Jizzmaster, pulling it up. Pause. It's like asking Tom Brady to play linebacker, LOL, or Tom Brady playing Family Man. Oh! It's like asking Tom Brady to be a family man. Oh, pause. Giants fan here. We don't like Tom Brady. Woo! Even though we fumbled the ball twice. Goddamn Seattle sons of bitches. Exactly. It's like telling Tom Brady to go be a
You're my
go
number
be a
one
family
customer.
man. Oh, damn, pause. I like that joke. That was a good one that just rolled off the tongue real easy. It's not going to happen. Thank you, Jizz. It's not. Who knew, right? Woo! Shock. But you're fear-monger if you pointed that out before that. Uh-oh. You're fear-mongering. Right? But slap me on the ass and call me Susie. What the hell is this words? Who said this? Who said Playground Games also reportedly has a do more with less ethos? Oh my goodness. Who said that?
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our our cloud and
Stutter and Satya said that. Doing more with less. Ah. So you mean that you're using Eidos Montreal to do more with less studios. So Microsoft is like, hey, let's just partner with you. Go help us make the game. We're done. More with less. Dude, let us compete, Stutter and Satya said.
and so everything that we're doing with our content, with our our cloud and
That's right. He said it in that interview. Doing more with less. So you see how it trickles downhill. You see. Where is it? That was right before they laid off 1,000 people. Right? Where did he say it? Ba-ba-ba-ba. What did he say? I'm just looking. Let us compete. Let's see. More with less. Satya says it. It's an ethos. It's built into their DNA. That's their motto: is doing more with less. And that serves them well when it comes to something they reduced like Forza Horizon, but slowed progress when it comes to something more ambitious. Because guess what? You got to work extra to make something new. Forza Horizon was easy. You had the assets. You had that stuff. You could do more with less because you basically have the job done for you. But when you want to do something like a Fable, you got to flip the script. And here it is. Action RPG open worlds are incredibly complicated to do. They take a lot of time. A lot of people, and in Playground, they have the mentality of doing more with less. That if Assassin's Creed is done by 5,000 people, they will have to do it with 150 to 200. And if they do Assassin's Creed in 7 years, they'll do Fable in 5. It is good to be ambitious, but also you have to be realistic. And what I saw is that development was getting longer and longer. There you go. And it just happens. This comes out in March. People go fearmongerer. Oh, it's fine. They do it. It's okay. And then it just happens to be in November, we hear Eidos Montreal is co-developing Fable.
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our our cloud, and
like, you don't have to be a extreme researcher to figure this out, everybody. You don't need to be like, hello, we knew this, surprise. But it's fine, the check marks will tell you. And look, if you have unlimited, if you are the $1 trillion beast that you are, you're the big dog. You're the big dog in town.
One of the things I really
Oh, yeah.
being here is the families that are here.
You are the big dog in town. Why are you trying to do something so ambitious with 150 to 200 people? Why? It's fine? Yeah, well. Good luck. Eidos. Run by Embracer Group. Like, and that too. The company was working with Square Enix and then got sold off to Embracer Group, who reprioritized all of them. There's your perfect help. Like, how do you know that the help that you're getting is going to be fully dedicated? Like grinders. We got more grinders in this house right now in the chat than they want to be working on goddamn Fable. Hit the goddamn like button. You believe this? We got over 220 people here, and they want to make a video game of the size of Fable with less than who are in the Grindhouse tonight. Now that deserves a song.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
We got 5 times more people in this Grindhouse tonight than work at the Quadruple A studio, The Initiative.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
How? 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 And this dude got the nerve to go do interviews. That's right, the unknown. Remember the old days when we had 50 people in the Grindhouse? It was a quadruple A podcast. We had 50 people in the Grindhouse live. Now over 220. I don't know what the hell to call us. We're a banger podcast right now. Banger Grindhouse. Double bangers. Come on. What do we do? You're a $1 trillion company. Why are you picking at the what are we doing? Slim pickings. But you're buying more. More employees for Activision. You keep buying more. Why don't you worry about the shit that's in your house first? You man, somebody that's gonna, I'm buying a new house. Their house looks like a goddamn hoarder's house. It's like, you know what? Why don't you fix your house before you go buy another house? I got all the money. I got the green light. Take care of your own before you go out. You abandon the console to go to PC. They'll come. I don't care where they go. Now, how are you buying more publishers and studios, or publishers, not even studios, when you can't even do the shit that you own since 2018. They were owned by Microsoft since 2018, and we're in 2022, going into 2023, and they are getting support from a third-party studio. And it's not even like Eidos Montreal even has the knowledge of how to make the problem that they're trying to solve. An action RPG open world, I guess, from Deus Ex? A fantasy Deus Ex? Is that what we're getting? I don't know. You own Obsidian and Bethesda, who make those kind of games. Actually, it's redundant. Like, you got Avowed, like open world. You got Elder Scrolls, and you got Fable. You got 3 open world fantasy RPGs under your roof, and you cannot have them co-develop and work with each other on it. You go get Eidos Montreal. What? Who? Why? To speed up the process to get it out sooner? Uh-oh. Satya's number. Remember, everybody in the back, Satya's number. Come on. What are we doing? But there you go. More with less. Perfect help. More Eidos. There it is. So that was hot news that just came out. People are going to come out now and go, I heard it's fine. I heard it's fine. Third-party help. I heard it's fine. Bootleg Jez will come out. It's fine. It's happened. Oh, my God. And now people, they're going to... Come on, dude. Oh, my God. So people think now Embracer is going to they're going to sell Eidos Montreal off to to Microsoft after the Activision deal. Why? Why does it I get so frustrated with this shit. I really honestly get so frustrated with this. So after this Activision Blizzard deal, which has not dominated the news enough for this entire year of no games, but now it's like, oh yeah, now they'll buy Eidos Montreal when they're done. Who cares? Why? They need more manpower to make the game that they don't know how to make. Think about that. They don't know how to make the game. Throwing more bodies at it doesn't help. You know what? Let's go ask Halo. Just throwing 500 employees at the biggest franchise you have did not help that game. You can't just take random dev dudes and just throw them at a game. That is ignorance. That is ignorance in management. That is people that don't know what they're doing. That is Phil. That is that stinky ass booty. That are people that don't know what they're doing. That's the problem. The problem is that they just could throw bodies at games and think they're going to get a masterpiece out of it. You're not. You need to put people there that care, that have an honest feeling to make the game that they want to make. You can't just throw bodies at a game. They're Square, get in here. Let's buy you and throw more bodies. Just like they're throwing studios at Game Pass. They're throwing publishers at Game Pass. They're just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. And you're getting nothing. This shit's coming right off the wall. It's not even sticking. They're just throwing bodies at these games to get them out faster because they realize the ambition of trying to make a great game like a Horizon, like a God of War. You know, the stuff that Phil said back in 2019 where, the first single player open world games don't have the impact that he was telling the goddamn truth. Because you want to know what? They cost an arm and a leg to make. They cost money. They cost quality. They cost people that have a passion to make the game. And you don't want to make this Sony and Nintendo, but guess what? Sony and Nintendo have that passion. They have those developers that want to make the best. That's why you're getting God of War next week.
You're my number
That's
one customer.
why. And it's going to be what it is. That's why you got Horizon Forbidden West. That's why you got Ghost of Tsushima. Because they care about the brand. They care about the IP. They have respect for the stuff that they're making. Microsoft, just like Steve Jobs said, is soulless. They don't care. They're like, we got to make a game. Just like Stutter and Satya. You don't even know what the hell he's talking about. You know, I keep hitting because he is a stuttering idiot. His cue card spell.
So everything that we're doing with our content, with our...
You don't even know what he's talking about.
Our cloud...
Humana. You don't even know what the hell he's talking about. He's a goddamn fool and a fool reading a cue card. I'm all in on gaming, right? Okay, is that my line? Yeah. All right, good. They don't care. Because no way in God and hell would Nintendo and Sony do to their franchises what Microsoft has done to Halo and even Crackdown. They don't care. They don't care. And you know what? Maybe Phil does care, but maybe deep down he might care. You know, because I'm starting to feel like maybe he's just like riding with the winds of Satya's cloud. Maybe Phil deep inside does care because he was there when they were doing it, but it's not showing.
You're my number one customer.
It's not showing at all. True Witty with the 2, he goes, Eidos Montreal is owned. I doubt they can get them. I don't know. Embracer Group's going to sell them off. I don't. The clowns are buying them makes them any better. Thank you, True Witty with the 2. He goes, you think, like, people are like, oh, they'll just buy them after Activision. Do you think buying Eidos Montreal makes this any better with Fable and Perfect Dark getting the perfect help? It makes it better because Microsoft owns them? Dude, this shit happened for over a year right now. Perfect Help was last year. And we're seeing that these co-developed games for first party. You championed, the Xbox fans championed these studios.
You're my number one customer.
They championed them. Oh, now we got first party to make great games. And now you're finding out that 2 of the first party studios are going to third parties to help them make a game. Why would you even buy them then? What does it owning them even matter? And that's what I said before. Microsoft never had to buy studios to get games. They just partnered and got the games. If that was the important thing, they could have easily done that without all this goddamn pomp and circumstance. Oh, we're going to buy you and exclusive and this and that. We got 25 studios, 30, 40, 50, 100 studios. All PR bullshit. The thing is what does that matter when the output is dire? You were releasing more games with less studios, and it was great. Now you have all these studios and no games. That don't make sense. And then of the studios that you own, you're going and grabbing third-party people to help you make it. Where does this make sense? What does it matter about owning them? Does that make it better? Does that make you whip out the lotion and the tissues? Like, why does that matter? That doesn't help out Fable. So they own. So next year they go, hey guys, we'll buy. Eidos Montreal is now part of Xbox Studios. Who cares? Does that help Fable and Perfect Dark? The fact that they got them working on it's a problem. And here in the trouble development, it's a problem. Truity with the 2. He goes, Phil doesn't care about gaming, just money. That's right. I'm going to tell you what he cares about. If you stay tuned to the next topic, I'm going to tell you what he cares about. Stutter and Satya's numbers. That's what it cares about. True Witty with the twisted sink. Yo, if you're a big runner. He goes, these bots takes are the worst. They do not understand that maybe Eidos was helping before the acquisition. They don't understand how this works. Agreed, twisted sink. Exactly what I was saying. It doesn't help. Just that they could turn this into like, oh, maybe Microsoft will buy them. What? What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you? Is booty shit getting in your eyes and in your ears? Like, what's wrong with you? What does it matter? Who cares if they own them? The fact that they bought these studios and butted your ass in 2018. We own these studios now. Perfect, Fable, Initiative. Open up in Santa Monica, quadruple A studio. But just to go get help from like Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics? That makes sense to you? Oh yeah, they do it all co-developed. You imagine if they said God of War made by Santa Monica and they're co-developing it with goddamn like Ubisoft, like some sort of fucking Ubisoft Montreal? People will be like, oh shit, it's gonna be Times Square Kratos. Like, what? You imagine Sony's like, and Santa Monica's proud to say that they're working with, you have all those first-party studios in there. Naughty Dog helps out Santa Monica. Santa Monica helps out Housemarque. Housemarque helps out Bluepoint. Like, you got, your first-party family is the things, it's all about family. Your first-party family shares assets. You have all this first-party stuff. Why are you reaching out to Square Enix? Eidos, Montreal. Why? That makes you happy? It's not even like they're like, oh, well, you know what, Eidos Montreal, they're world renowned for making great fantasy, open world, fantasy games. With the humor of Fable. They're great. No, they're not. Oh, you know what? Crystal Dynamics makes excellent first-person sci-fi shooters. This will be wonderful for Perfect Dark. No, they do not. You got Rare and Obsidian sitting right there. Why are you not utilizing them? It makes no sense. They're just throwing bodies at these games to get them out sooner.
Yeah, you're right, Jizz.
Yo,
you're right.
There he is. Link, what happened? You in a coma? I put you in a coma?
Nah, I was in work, man. I just got off work.
Oh, shit. You've been hearing me the whole time. But, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a break, Link. Tell me, what do you think? Does this make sense?
Nah, don't talk about Eidos Montreal helping them with Fable. No, man, it shows that you don't hear about like these third-party devs hopping on these Sony first-party games.
No. What would you say if I said God of War co-developed with friggin' Ubisoft Montreal?
I would be concerned because if you cannot develop you bring on support studios to help you with different things, but you don't bring on these big third-party studios to work on your first-party IP when you have a studio working on it already. It's clear that there's some incompetence or some inability to get these products to where they need to be. So they're bringing in. Well, if you're going to do this shit, you might as well just hire them to make the fucking game.
That's right.
What
is the sense of celebrating your own studio when you got, and I said, like, it's not even like these studios have that expertise in the things that they don't have. Like, Fable has trouble. They Playground makes racing games. They don't make open world RPGs. Let's go get somebody who makes that. They don't make fantasy RPGs. They make Deus Ex, and I guess can they help with mission structure?
My number one customer.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue. And then you see, like, this is what people already like. Does this matter? This is what I don't understand. Tim Dog, dude, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Is Embracer Group holding Eidos and Crystal Dynamics for Xbox until the multi-billion-dollar deal Activision is cleared? Or will Embracer lease certain devs to work on Xbox titles in the future? I wonder how that... What? How can you say, guys, this is not a good look for Xbox reaching out to third-party devs when we've been celebrating their first-party studios with charts and spreadsheets for the last 5 years? This is what the hypocrisy is ridiculous about. Like, this is what I don't get. You celebrated that Microsoft owns the studios, but now you're like...
They own so many studios. Why aren't they bringing on some of their... They got so many damn studios. Why are they not bringing on some of their internal teams to help with this stuff? Why are they bringing on all these outside studios?
You celebrated it. You celebrated it. I don't get it.
I don't have any faith in these projects being top tier games.
No, they're reboots or whatever they are. Like, I don't even understand like what it is. Perfect Dark, we're partnering with Crystal Dynamics, the world-class team behind character-driven games, such as Tomb Raider, to bring this first-person spy thriller. Crystal Dynamics don't make first-person shooters. Why are they even involved? And then now you see Jason Schreier's one, and this was This was September of last year, right? So we found about Perfect Help last year. To this day, we have not seen anything updated on Perfect Dark at all. Microsoft was at Jeff Keighley's Smuggling Grape show in the summertime. Nothing about Perfect Dark even mentioned. Next, we're going to Gamescom. Perfect Dark, not even mentioned. Oh, we're at Tokyo Game Show. Perfect Dark, no existence. Will they be at the Game Awards show? They better. Same thing with Fable. They went to all these shows for the last 2 years. No updates on these games at all. And then all you hear about is that they're taking third party, co-developing with Fable. After you celebrated these studios, that Microsoft finally owns studios so they can make games. That was the narrative. That was the story. They got studios. Now they can make games. They got studios. Now they could partner with Eidos Montreal. Make that make sense. That
doesn't
makes
make
no
any
sense.
sense, man. They got damn 30 studios over there. What the hell's going on?
Dude, they got Obsidian. How's Obsidian not helping you out per
listen,
Fable?
This also means that this game is very far off from seeing the light of day.
Sure it is.
Yeah, you still got about another 2 or 3 years before this game is out.
I'm sure it is.
When are they going to start getting some of these games out there? You know,
I know, but here's their lineup. You see this bullshit? Game Pass lineup. This is what you're paying for. Return. I saw people. Oh my God, it's a W. Return to Monkey Island is coming. Listen,
they don't really want to play that stuff when people got God of War and stuff like that around the corner. Come on.
This is what they got. They got. Just hear it. Return to Monkey Island. Football Manager 2023 console. Ghost Song. Pentiment. Ting Ding. Tion Ding. Vampire Survivors. Somerville. Football Manager 2023. The Walking Dead. The New Frontier. And A Walking Dead. The Telltale miniseries Dead Michonne. So 2 Telltale games coming to PC. Those games are like a fucking decade old. This is what your November lineup for Game Pass is. When you buy your console, these are the games that are releasing on Game Pass in November. Who is this bullshit for, please? This is the first party AAA lineup, holiday lineup Phil Spencer talks about.
Yes,
Game Pass looks like Games with Gold remastered.
Listen, yeah, I don't even. Yeah, it sure does. These games are not moving the needle. Who's subscribing to this service to play these games?
I don't know. I have no freaking clue. Who's doing this?
You know, Phil said that Game Pass is only going to be about 15% of the revenue.
After he bet his soul on it. I know he's been pulling back, right?
You know what they're seeing, though? They're seeing that this service is not
that's
growing
what I said last week.
like they wanted to. Yeah, it's not growing. So maybe they don't want to invest the kind of money to get any bigger games in there because they're not seeing the return on the investment like they wanted. Maybe, you know, the first party's not ready to put out any games. So the deals they're signing are for these small titles that no one would be looking for normally.
Exactly.
I don't have Game Pass. Thank God I don't have it. I will never have it again. I hope, you know, people are seeing that you cannot rely on the service to provide you great games. Most of the stuff you really want to play, you're going to have to buy it. So.
And look at this. The month that Sony is releasing their first party game, God of War, Ragnarok.
God of War,
They
Ragnarok.
are putting in the basic service, the monthly games for PS Plus. We don't even know what the PS Plus Essentials is. I'm not Essentials, the Plus, whatever the hell it is, the middle one, the Game Pass competitor. The premium one, they got work to do there. Sony's bullshit on that legacy stuff. That's some horse shit right there. But the middle service, the one that's competing with Game Pass, Sony's kicking out of the park. But in their basic service, their $60 basic service, it's $60 a year, where this service here is $180 a year. This is $60 a year. The month that they're releasing God of War, they're doing their exclusive game, PS5, PS4 version of Neo 2, Harry Potter collection, and PS5, PS4 of Heavenly Bodies. That's in the base version for $60 a year. This is $180.
Any of that stuff that's in Game Pass.
Quantity versus quality.
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
And they could easily cash in this month. They could have been like, yep, we're cruising, dude. Like, we're cruising. But look, Neo 2 in there. An exclusive game.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Available November 1st. Buy your PlayStation, you get Neo 2 online, and then you got Neo 2, and you get some Harry Potter for the kids, and you got God of War for yourself and rip off some heads. How?
Absolutely.
That's your November for PlayStation. That's not even their Game Pass type service. That's not even their middle tier $14.99. That's their games with gold.
Their games with gold. Yeah, and games with gold I don't even know if you talk about what the hell
games with gold.
doing.
They went from 4 to 2. Not one of the Xbox podcasts said anything. They went from 4 to 2. I told you this was going to be a horror show.
Horrible. The games they're giving you, a lot of that stuff I've never even heard of.
They took away 2 games. They went from 4 shit games to 2 shit games. They went from 4 to 2.
Because they canceled the network compatibility program, so they ran out of games.
They ran out of games. But you think they would replace it, because all those dudes on Xbox, they're such the value pocket watcher checkmark dudes. They're all about value in gaming, but nobody said a goddamn peep when they said, hey, I'm paying a yearly subscription of $60 for 4 games. You're only giving me 2. All you value suckers out there, where were you? You complain about $10 for Sony games. They're actually releasing games worth the damn, and they charge you $10, and you guys get all your balls tied up in a twist and talking about something. Microsoft taking away 2 games in your shit-ass services that you love, and not one of you clowns said anything about, they ran out of games. Ran out of games. Are you goddamn kidding me? Ran out of games. Nobody said a peep. We went from 4 to 2. In the same service you're
nobody
paying.
Complained.
Nobody said an ounce. Games of gold.
Nobody says anything.
Nope. Yeah. Value dudes, where are you? Let's talk about value. $60 a year? And this is just 1 month. $60 a year? $180 a year. Where you going? And this is a month that Sony has dropped. This is what I mean. Whereas, how can you criticize Sony on this stuff? Not being no goddamn pony, but how the hell can you sit here and go, wait a second, how is this company able to hype up VR for early next year, have exclusive games for that? How are they able to sustain a subscription service for $60 a year and dropping games like Neo 2 in a month that they're releasing their big AAA games? How are they doing it all? How are they firing on all cylinders when Xbox is buying $80 billion worth of companies and giving you this piece of shit trash? And half of these games are not even on the console. So if you're a console dude, go suck a thumb, because all you get is this first lineup up here. The rest of it's all PC. And then to hear the clown telling you about, PC Game Pass is blowing up. Console Game Pass has hit its max. Like, it's slowed down. It's slowing down because everybody there subscribe. Like, everybody you want to subscribe has subscribed. Like, value suckers out there, hello. You don't want to bring this up, because if you want to compare games of gold to this stuff, you're in a deep ass shit. Because I didn't even know what the hell came out with games of gold for November. Did he even announce it? I'm sure I brought. Holy Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Where is it? I need this in reverb.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Link.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's such a banger of a month for games with gold in November that it actually spills over into December 15th. These hits. Praetorians HD Remaster, a $20 game given to you from November 1st to November 30th. Praetorians HD Remaster. Then, a $16.99 value game going from November 16th to December 15th, Dead End Job.
Wait, what are these games with gold? Or these?
This is November games with gold.
Okay,
in a month where Microsoft doesn't have shit. Shit. They got Pentiment crawling out its ass. This is what they put in Games with Gold. This is $60 a year if you talk to an Xbox customer service person, because you can't buy it on the console because you need to go through Phil Nant's goddamn customer service. This is Games with Gold. This. Now you want to look at value, you son of a bitch suckers? Here you go. Here's your value. Who's doing this? Xbox Era, all you fucking clowns on the goddamn Xbox podcast. You want to talk value. Who's doing this? Who's putting them side by side? In a month where you're not releasing shit. You got no AAA games coming to your platform. You give Praetorians HD when Sony's giving Neo 2? In the month that they're dropping their biggest game ever? Shit. If Microsoft was dropping a God of War, they would have been on vacation for 6 months with fucking Mai Tais. They'll be like, shit, we're done. If they were dropping a game of the caliber of goddamn of God of War, Microsoft would have been on a permanent vacation for at least 8 months. They'd be like, we're done, dude. We did our job. We got it out. We're going. I remember when they sent the Halo devs. They said they'll go on. Oh, well, guys, we're going on vacation now. We're going on holiday. We're done. I'm like, dude, where the fuck's Team Deathmatch? Oh no, we worked our ass off. Meanwhile, the whole time they hyped up saying, guys, day one is when we start. That's when it begins. Day one is when Halo starts. Day one showed up, and a week later, they're like, guys, so happy with the launch of Halo. We're going on vacation. Oh, and people are like, where's Team Deathmatch? They're like, you know what? We'll put it on Christmas Eve. Here it is. Test it out for us. And they went on vacation. True story. Here's all you value. And this is what I mean. Like, why is nobody complaining about this? Because you want to talk about Game Pass is the best value in gaming, check marks. This is the same price. Here it is. So how is one company, and you will talk about sustainability, how is one company able to do this in the same month as God of War? And one with nothing coming out, all about subscriptions, is giving you this. Praetorians HD. Oh, it's criminal.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a requiem. Want to play first and want to play last. I'm at 2 ground showing you. Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among the season and more game.
Ridiculous. It drives me crazy. Fake. Remember I said fake people drive me crazy? Fake. If you are an Xbox fan, how are you not going, this is bullshit. Let me get on Twitter. Let me get on my YouTube channel and say, this needs to change. Because how can Sony do this when they're poor? They're not $1 trillion company. They don't got the money that Phil got. They don't have the green light. How are they doing that? And now we don't even know what is in their Game Pass subscription. I just showed you what's in Microsoft's Game Pass subscription. You don't think Microsoft should compensate the lack of having a holiday lineup with some great AAA games getting in there? Maybe anything? As a gamer, you love Phil so much. He signed your ass when you go to FanFest. You have his tattoo on your ass, Xbox Velocity Architecture, signed right above the crack. You don't think he owes you something? Nah, he don't. You accept it. Oh, he's such a nice guy. Let me watch another interview and talk about it. How does Sony do it? How can, and then you can sit, but you could go on there and talk about $10 games though, and talk about HD remasters and stuff like that. Dude, where's all everybody's uproar with this fucking remaster right here? We don't have remasters. Sony cash grabbing. They're doing Praetorians HD remaster, telling you it's $20. Oh shit.
That was sus.
I don't even know what the hell this game is. This is a joke.
I don't even know.
Now.
I don't even know what that is, man. I've never heard
dude,
of it.
I don't even know. You know what?
Is this a joke? Are they like? Serious?
Phil says he likes when people get trolled. I don't know.
are they really serious about this selection of games? Games of Gold is a joke at this point.
And they're like, just get rid of it. Well, if they get rid of it, then you're even more of an idiot for paying $15 a month because that's what's in there.
I mean, that's what they want you to do.
Holy shit. This is, oh my God. Here's Praetorian HD. Here's Praetorian HD. It's a goddamn, it is, they are giving a friggin' strategy, top-down strategy game. There's one. And what is this game? Who's this one? Dead End Phil? Dead End Jobs? What the hell? Dead End Job. What's this game? What? Oh, first of all, I want to see when this game came out. Praetorian's HD Remaster came out in 2020 of January. Wow. And then let's see this. Dead End Job. Dead End Job. They got people sitting here waiting for Age of Empires on Xbox, and they gave Praetorian's HD out as what?
Uh-oh. What kind of game is that?
It's one of those strategy games.
Strategy game. Okay. I got you.
Dead End Job. What is this game? It's all the Steam bullshit.
Is that a PC game or an Xbox game?
They're all PC games. They're PC games that they just threw on Xbox. That's what they are.
I got you. They just ported it over.
I said they're page 7 of Steam summer sales. I think they're even worse. I think they're page 50 of Steam summer sales. They're really. I want to know who's curating this content for this value. That's why I think Phil's tone is changing. He's like, yeah, you know what? People are, holy geez, what the hell is this? What is this stuff? When did this game come out? Dead End Job. What? It came out December 2019. What? This is what you're getting in Games of Gold. What the hell is this? What is? Please, I can't even explain. It's a shooter, indie, local co-op, top-down shooter, cartoony, twin-stick shooter, colorful. Came out 3 years ago on Steam. Good job, Phil. Good curation right there. Can't beat it. Whatever. It's disgraceful. It is insulting. The game is. And guess what? They used to give you 4 games. Now they're giving you 2. They're not even better games. You would think like, oh, you know what? Instead of giving them 4 trash games, we're going to give them 2 better games. Where is that? No like Xbox enhanced games, nothing. No compensation. They just took away 2 games and they just said, here are the 2. They're done. Praetorian. Sam CT said he played Praetorians. This is 16 years old. Well, this is the remaster. It's the goddamn remaster. True Witty with the 2. He goes, when a peasant get dirt from a king, it's like caviar. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. True Witty with the facts. Oh, shit. That's exactly. He keep feeding him shit. It's tasting good. Now we get into the numbers. All right, let's get into the numbers here. PlayStation, this is the 2 million subs that they lost, right? We're going to be... did I lose my Twitters? I lost my Twitter. Hold on. So, if you recall last week, like you saw this thing. If you recall last week, the Xbox said that their numbers, they had 150% increase in PC games, that 13% increase in console sales. Like, oh my goodness, like that, all this growth. But then their revenue was down. And you're just like, how does that make sense? 20 million people playing cloud, over 10 million. And you go, okay, well, 20 million over 10 million, 150% growth in PC Game Pass. He said that the console Game Pass is stagnant. All subscription services are down. But what's interesting is that he talks about all this growth, and you can see this in where is it in you can see this in Tom Warren's unbiased tweet here. How devices revenue was up, Xbox hardware revenue was up, but Xbox content and services revenue was down 3%. It was down, but they had 153%, 59% growth in PC, 20 million people streaming cloud. And here's the unbiased approach, but he puts some extra X's for where Sony's dropping, which I don't know why Tom Warren, he covers Windows and Xbox. I don't know why he's reporting PlayStation numbers, I guess. But there's the interesting part. So, like, Microsoft revenue was down, but they were talking about all this growth. And you go, like, well, how does that make sense? That was my show last week. How does that make sense? Yeah, notice the difference. Reporting Microsoft numbers and reporting Sony numbers. Yeah. Misses out the fact that they sold 25 million total consoles. Yeah, he left that little tidbit of the tweet out. Must have ran out of space. But the thing is that how does Microsoft have this hardware revenue up? All these people on Game Pass, 153% growth. Amazing. They don't share numbers, but the percentages are huge. But still don't make any money. Then you look at Sony's side, and yes, they lost 2 million subscribers. But look at this. Watch this. Shout out to Zuby Tech. I tried to get Zuby on today. This is the interesting thing. Sony lost 2 million subscribers from quarter 2 to quarter 2. 47.2 PlayStation Plus subscribers, 45.4. They actually give you real numbers, right? They lost about 2 million subscribers, but made about 10% more money in gaming and services, in network services. Quarter 2, 117. How do you lose about 2 million subscribers and make more money? How does that happen? You would think with the subscribers goes your money. The difference is that this quarter is when they went to the new PlayStation Essentials thing.
Right.
So what they did was they're getting more money out of less people. Actually, they are doing and proving more with less. They got more money because if you look, their monthly active users didn't change that much. They still have the same attention, 104 to 102. They still have a similar amount of monthly active users. It's just that they pivoted their PlayStation Plus subscribers from the traditional $60 a month, and they got them to upgrade to the new services. They got more money out of them. PlayStation Plus Extra. They did what Microsoft was trying to do with Games with Gold and Game Pass. Microsoft's thing was to devalue Games with Gold for people to be sucked into paying more money a month. $15, getting more money from those subscribers. That didn't work out because Microsoft approached it from a sucker approach. Sony instead demonstrated value in at least the middle tier. I'm not talking about the premium one, but at least the middle one, showing that they've dropped a bunch of games. They just put GTA, what is it? GTA 3, the Miami one. Vice City. They just put GTA Vice City in there.
Right.
They put a lot of games into that service, and they have been dropping a lot of pretty games in there. I'm gonna say the medium was great, but about 5 and 10 games in the middle of the month, in addition to those PlayStation Plus ones. Vice City. Thank you, Leach. Sony's demonstrating value with games that people know about, not goddamn Praetorians. But they were able to take the PlayStation Plus subscriber, the basic one, and move them to the middle tier. That's how you lose subscribers but gain more money to it. They made about 60 billion US, 60 million US. Like they went up 10% from like 100 to 170 in yen. They made like 60. So like, I don't give a shit about them making money. Dragon Quest 11 is another one. I'm not talking about, I don't give a shit about them making money. That will be an Xbox podcast. Tune in for those because they'll celebrate that Sony's making money. I'm not talking about Sony making money. I could give a shit that they're making money. But what I'm talking about is the pivot of getting gamers to buy into a better service and moving into that service. Like that's the thing. They did it with games. See, that's my whole point is that you could do it if you want. You could subscribe if you want, don't subscribe, all that stuff. I'm not saying everybody go sign up for PlayStation Plus, but when you're in the conversations of value, you do it with games. That's my point. That's the fact that Microsoft has been missing for the last decade, well, eight years at least. They've created a service without games that people want to play, without games that they could leverage. It was always excuses with this. Crackdown 3 is delayed. It's not what we want. Oh, I'm hyped for it. All this other stuff. But when you put games and you spend the time in building a library of Ghost of Tsushima, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, you build that library up. When you flip the switch, and I said this so many times on here, when you flip the switch, those games now hold value for people to go in there. That's why it matters to make great games, because you could leverage those later on and grow your services. That's the whole point. I give a shit if they're making money. But what I'm trying to say is, like, this is the point that I've been trying to make with Game Pass, is that Microsoft needs to make games that people want to play and put them in the subscription. But they don't do it. They're between a rock and a hard place. They're taking forever to make games. They burnt up everything with backwards compatibility that they tried to buy them a few years with. And now they're in this tragedy of like, just look at Phil Spencer, look what shirt he's wearing today, and I'm going to buy more hardware from him without the content. And he's like, oh, look good, look fun. And that's why he's buying publishers. This is what we're seeing here. Games drive the services. If you don't have the games, good luck with your services. And Sony spent time, just like Disney Plus, making games that people wanted to play, and then were able to leverage them later on in a subscription. And that's how you get people to go, you lose 1.8 million, but now you pivoted them to your service because you got great games. That's it. That's the point that I've been trying to make. And here it is in the flesh. There it is. Great games drive services. That's what I've been trying to say that Xbox has failed at for goddamn all these years. Content is king. Atari, thank you. Sick Humor, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Jazz?
Man, oh man, yeah, I caught you. I was trying to catch some of your podcasts this morning. You did one last night and this morning, right?
Dude, I had to think about what the hell you was just talking about. I'm like, what podcast?
You did a few.
Oh man, bro, I don't know, man. What did I do one today?
I thought you
maybe
not this morning, maybe last night.
No, you was in the Twitter. You was on Twitter.
Yeah, I was in I think I was in the Spaces today.
Oh, it was Spaces?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you were recording Space. That's what
yesterday.
it was. Ah,
Yeah, it would have had to be yesterday. Nah.
yeah. Who you
I
guys
don't
say-
know, man. I feel a couple of different ways about these numbers that Sony is posting.
Mhm.
And the reason why is I think you bring up a good point when you say they were able to convert some people and get them to spend more money. But the truth of the matter is people left. People left.
People out.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and the biggest issue with that is that that's a sign of conversion. Because what I kept saying, and I don't think people really understood where I was going with this, is that you're not getting more people to support your games. You're converting people from one platform to the next. And that's exactly what the hell they're doing with their push to PC. I mean, believe it or not, people want to disbelieve the fact that there's some people out there who would literally wait to play Sony's games.
Oh, of course. But those people are probably not
I
going to buy they're not going to buy a console anyway.
Well, no, but see, that's the problem. The problem is the people who they're converting are people who did primarily play on
Yep.
console.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, you're telling like
That's
they're people that like were on console saying I'm going to PC, but I'll just play that stuff and wait for these games to come.
the one thing that people love is the allure of exclusivity, and they love
Sure,
it in
yeah.
every facet of life.
Exclusive
You
sell.
got people who buy Lamborghinis not because they love Lamborghinis, but they know
It's rare.
everybody can't afford a Lamborghini. You have people who will pay extra money just to feel like they're getting some sort of special treatment, right? You got the people who, if you got like an American Express card, you feel special because you can go into those little lounges and whatever. Like, if you're having a layover or something like that, you can go chill in the lounges like the Centennial Lounge or whatever else lounge that there is. Um, but people pay for that type of exclusivity. When you start saying, "Oh, I want everybody to have access to this," you take away the allure of that
Oh,
exclusivity.
of course you do. Yeah,
Let,
of
let me
course you
give
do.
you a prime example, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Now, Jez, I know you've been around for a minute. When Xbox 360 and PS3 was out, and Bayonetta came out, where was all these quote unquote now Bayonetta fans?
Uh-huh.
They were shitting on that
Yeah,
game.
they weren't into
They
They
said
that.
that
were.
game
They
was
were. They
terrible.
What
weren't
do you mean the
playing it.
first one? I like the first one.
No, I'm
You
not
mean the
Most
saying
people
second one?
didn't. Most
listen,
people though.
listen.
Not you,
When I
Jizz.
say this, I'm not saying you.
Oh, okay.
Look at
I
the
did like
numbers.
Bayonetta.
Look at the numbers.
Look at the
Look at
sales.
the sales of Bayonetta. That
Gotcha.
game
So
sold like absolute dog shit.
yeah, it did. No, I remember it did. Yeah, it didn't take off at all. It was kind of just weird.
But I kept telling people, I was like, the more games become exclusive, the more valuable they become. I said that's the exact same reason why Spider-Man has become so fucking valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of Spider-Man games came out, and guess what? People was like, "Oh man, this shit dead, dog. Like, fuck
Yeah,
all
it
these
was like
Spider-Man
it was
games."
like Spider-Man movie games. Like they were just like, yeah, they didn't have the allure that. But I can tell you know what though, if Spider-Man, but Spider-Man 2 was good, but like the thing is that they did something really great with that Spider-Man game. Like they could have easily just milked that IP and ruined the franchise, but they really knocked it out of the park with that story and what Spider-Man was. Like they could have easily dropped the ball with it.
But all of the Spider-Man games weren't trash.
Spider-Man
They
2
just
was good. And then the other Dimensions, Shattered
Shattered
Dimensions,
Dimensions.
that
Yes,
was
great
interesting.
fucking game.
That was
Nah, I
good.
fucking love that game.
That
I love
and
it.
I remember Spider-Man 2 when they did the city and they made him open. Like the first one was hard, was not good. The second one when they did Spider-Man 2 and you could swing around the full city, that was pretty awesome.
hmm
That one
But
was
the
good.
simple fact of the matter is, that game sold the best it has ever sold when it was only available on one platform.
So then that whole thing with more people to play our games is a bunch of bullshit then.
No, that is a bunch of bullshit.
It
We've
is.
always said that that's a
Because we see
bunch of
Halos
bullshit.
on everything besides sliced bread, and it didn't give it any more legs or longevity. It just gave it a bunch of people checking out the traffic accident
No, you
on
still
day
got to
one.
make a good game.
You still
You
got to make
still
a good
got to make
game,
a good.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's the point. Like they still and one of the things though is I'm going to tell you right now, like if there are people leaving the PC, which I'm sure this whole PC venture from them it has done it. I think the difference though is that Microsoft gave a very clear cadence as to when this is happening, and I think Sony's going to play it coy, and they're just going to be like, yeah, whatever the range is, and just going to be coy with it so people can't predict it, so they don't cannibalize their console sales. But I'll tell you when they wise up, it's when this number right here, this first line, hardware, if that number starts trending down and slowing down, they know that they're in deep shit. And that's when Herman Holtz is going to rip open the third button and chest hairs are going to be coming out going, do I still have a job here? You know, that's when that shit's going to happen because that's the number that they care about. This the hardware sales. That number, if that starts dropping and that number then impacts their network services or their digital software and their add-on content and all that other shit that they make money on, when these numbers drop right here, then you know that they went the wrong way. So,
Me and Link had a very long conversation one day, and this conversation was regarding the way Sony is moving. I don't know if you remember this
no, I remember I was
conversation,
listening to it. Yeah.
but we had a conversation in regards to what Sony is doing and you know how they're going to feel the wrath of trying to get whatever this is that they're getting from PC, right? Like, because me personally, once again, I don't think that this move is a good move, and
Mm.
the reason why is because I looked at the statistics of what the fuck is going on. Like, I looked at how their games are being pirated, and boy,
Yeah.
there are Reddit forums. Like, if you search, there are Reddit forums where they are just chomping at they have no intentions of buying these games.
Nope.
None whatsoever.
None.
They don't.
None.
And that's
They
their
make
fault,
it
dude.
very clear.
that's
they
their
have
fault for
sales.
doing it.
These sales have not been impressive as far as these PC games. Shit,
Sackboy went. Yeah,
They're
that wasn't a
gonna
good
lose.
venture.
They're gonna lose money on that one because the cost to port the game versus what it's selling is not gonna. It's not gonna cover the. But I don't think they're not interested in that game.
But
Not
one of the
only
things though is that interesting is this PC though is that their turnaround for these and that's why I don't think that they're going to be real going day and date because they're going to lose to piracy and that's the reason why I think devs focus on console because there's still piracy but it's not as rampant as it is on PC and they're able to kind of get their money back because that's why movies go into the movie theaters. They want to get their money back as quickly as possible with the highest price point. So basically, they're gonna make sure it develops for the PC, let it burn itself out over there. Then they'll put it in their service over here, and then they'll put it on. Put it on PlayStation, let it burn out over there, put it on sale, then put it in the service, then put it on PC. But the port to PC is not costing them that much money because when you look at how much they're making on that PC sale, they're selling that game for $50. That port is costing them probably nada to do that shit, and they're making like whatever they do sell. They're making bank on that stuff. So if that's free money for them, like whatever, let them make their goddamn money. But if they start compromising the console in lieu of PC, like what Microsoft did, then they're just digging their own grave. And they have yet to do that. If they keep saying they keep focused on console first and delivering the premier experience on the premier thing that people are paying for, then that's fine. And like I was saying before, with their services.
Man. Wait a minute.
What?
What did you say again, Jed?
By focusing first on their console and putting the games first there and making sure that it maximizes the potential of that console without compromising
it. Won't be, though. It's going to be.
You say that it's going to be compromised because of PC.
It's going to be compromised
I think
because
Link has a point. You know why I think Link has a point? Because I've heard him say this before. I don't remember where. I don't think it was on my podcast either, but I heard you say this somewhere that when they create these games, now they got to keep the lowest card on PC in mind.
Right, exactly. They have to because
they develop
these
games on PC anyway. These games are developed on PC.
No.
And then they're scaled for the console.
That's an excuse.
That's an excuse.
These games, that's an excuse because there's a difference between developing it on a PC, correct PC environment, but these games are tailor-made for this specific hardware, which means you're maximizing that hardware. You're not spreading yourself across all these different SKUs. So that's not. We can't do. I know you like PC Jazz a little bit, but we can't make no excuse for this stuff.
No. We seen that with Uncharted though. I think the load times was like mad long on Uncharted.
But what I'm saying is like even if you're saying a year from now the game gonna come from the design standpoint, even if you drop last gen, the game has to factor in the lowest common denominator, which is gonna be a low spec PC, not the PS5.
And like, the thing is though is that we're never gonna know what those internal discussions. No, we won't. We won't know what they cut or what they did. We won't never know.
No, but we'll know we're gonna get a compromised product.
That's what I'm saying. When we start recognizing that the product is compromised,
listen.
Now
what the developer Jazz, look, what did the dev from wasn't the Santa Monica dev that said they couldn't even maximize God of War on PS5 because they had to make sure it ran perfectly on the PS4?
Wait, what are you talking about?
That's what they say.
Some developers said
they said that with Ragnarok.
Yes, they did. It's all over the internet.
No, they
all
did
over the place.
Not.
Yes,
they did.
Yes, they did. They did. They said they could not maximize the PS5 because they had to make sure it was the same product across both SKUs.
That cross-platform bullshit.
Who the fuck is running PlayStation, bro?
Yep, they said
even if that is true.
Why
you don't say it's true.
You don't say exactly.
Yeah, they said the games are. They said basically the PlayStation version gonna look better, gonna have faster load time, gonna have DualSense features, but it's gonna be identical in content and gameplay and scope on both platforms.
sometimes I swear I feel like these studios are trying to fucking self-sabotage PlayStation, bro.
Hey, I don't know who said it. Was it somebody that works there? Or was like these devs that left? Let's see.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, it was right.
I saw it on
you
Twitter.
know why though? You know why though? Because I have
You got it muted.
everything.
Yeah,
I got everything.
That's
on
why
mute.
Where it says,
Yo, low key, that is really surprising, but that is so fucking stupid.
I know.
At the same time, even if that is a fact, don't fucking say it, dog. Like, come on, bruh. Somebody need to put a leash on these fucking developers. PlayStation giving them too much goddamn freedom.
Oh, it
They
was
just
here.
doing
It is.
stupid shit.
Bruno
Trying to just
Vasquez.
split it, yeah.
Bruno Vasquez says, director of animation of God of War Ragnarok, stated that the game did not fully exploit the capabilities of the PS5, as one of the studio's goals for designing the game was to achieve the best possible experience for the PS4.
They said this same thing with Horizon. I don't know if y'all remember this. They had an interview with Game Informer, and they said that fundamentally this is a PS4 game. We want to give our PS4 users the best experience, and we're going to give the PS5 version obviously looks better. There's a huge difference between graphics, but as far as the game itself, the skeleton is a PS4 game. And I mean, that's what you're going to get. They're not saying something we don't already know. It's a cross-gen game, but it's just interesting to come out and say this right now.
I want to know what the fully. Where's the thing? I want to know what the fully. What he was saying was fully utilized here. Hold on.
You know what doesn't make sense though, is that why would you make two separate games to begin with though? That's what I'm not understanding. Like, this is the reason why I don't even understand why this conversation was a thing. Because of course the mechanics are going to be the same. Why would you change the mechanics from one to the next? What is it that you were trying to do?
According to this guy, all the design goals that the studio had in mind were achieved on the PS4. So the PS5 version is essentially an enhanced of what is already possible on the PS4 version. He mentioned that some of the PS5 exclusive features, such as 3D haptic feedback, high frame rate, better. That said, he states that the PS4 version is also a visual improvement over the 2018 original. The studio's goal was ultimately to make a great PS4 game, then have an enhanced version for the PS5. There are no compromises made to the PS4 version in terms of design, and it's essentially the same experience across both consoles.
Oh, well, here's the thing, though.
It was already being developed. Remember, it was supposed to be DLC, as Jaffe said. It was DLC, and then they turned it into bigger.
I think I understand why they're saying this, though. Because, again, if I have to look at it for anything, I think the reason why they're saying this is because, A, the vast majority of PlayStation owners are still PS4 owners.
Right.
They
want to make sure the PS4 owners know they're getting a premier experience.
If they can't get a PS5.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for finishing my sentence with the link. But yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I think, though, I do think that, okay, so we're looking at this statement from this dev, right, from Santa Monica, right? This kind of ties into what I'm saying with this PC thing. You fundamentally handicap yourself by developing for this shitty ass PC hardware, and they're going to, for the design concept, factor in the PC because these games have to be ported, and or co-developed side by side. So it's unfortunate because we're not going to get a chance to see the future that Mark Cerny, talked to us about in the road to PlayStation. I guess we're never going to see it. I
don't know. I think it's too. First off, my thing is like playing for Horizon. Like, I did not feel that game was compromised or held back. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel that way.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So like, and I said before, the reason why we had this whole held back thing was because of Craig and Halo. The excuse for why Halo looked like shit is because it's being held back by the Xbox One VCR console. And it's like, it shows that there can be an achievement of success of differentiation between two generations of consoles. Yes, the scope, the design, what they want to do is held back by the PS4. But you know what? Maybe their next game is the one that's not held back by the PS4 because they don't have to make a PS4 version. They could just do the PS5. So maybe they could say, the Santa Monica game that he's working on, the sci-fi one, is not held back by PS4 and doing this stuff. But the thing is that if it looks like it's held back, and as a customer they're charging me $70, and this game looks like it belonged on last gen, then I got something to complain about. But I'm telling you right now, the best games on PS4 are better than anything that anybody has come out with yet. So if they're enhanced versions of PS4 games, dude, like I don't know. Like we don't have any bar higher than that. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
and that's the problem. It's not like the industry's trying to prove them wrong. Like, the industry sucks right now. I showed the release list of November. God damn it. Thank God God of War's coming out. This would have been the worst year in gaming if there was nothing coming out at the end of this year.
I mean, it's again, I don't know if I would technically be mad about that because they said that this game was going to be cross-gen. So, I mean, what did everybody really expect? I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not trying to make no excuses for them or nothing, but if it's cross-gen, I mean, of course they did what they could do with the PS4 version.
I mean, they did what they can do. They said that there's some enhancements to the PS4 version. So, but I mean,
here's where it put them in a predicament, though. You hear what Jez just said, right? That next game that they have that comes out. Well, I think they're gonna hit the goal that they were looking for because these PS5s are out here, dog.
They are.
Oh yeah, they're out.
You can get one now.
There is no
fire.
fucking excuse, bro. I went to actually like 4 separate GameStops because I was looking for something for my son, and they literally had a PlayStation at every single one of those GameStops, bro. So it's not even like they're that unicorn that we saw previously. So I think they're gonna start leaving the PS4 behind because now they have the stock for PS5.
They said they're trying to sell 36 million units over the next
God of
fiscal
War
year.
Times Square.
Oh no, they're gonna hit that. They're gonna hit that. They already. Hold on, let me explain to you how they're gonna hit it because I thought about this shit today, right? I said, dog, they already at 25 million.
Yeah.
During Christmas time, they always sell like mad.
You're
units,
right, and
like
that
at
was
least 7 or 8 million. You know? What I mean?
And that was the point I wanted to bring up here because we're looking at these Q2 numbers, and dude, we're talking about like people like looking at these numbers like, oh, year over year, but Q2 is the last 3 months. It was July, August, and September, and that's what you're looking at now. Ragnarok is coming in Q3.
Woo!
So you're looking at these numbers right now. They converted, and this was the first 3 months that they had after their change to the subscription service. But dude, they're at 25 million right before Ragnarok comes out. They're still on track for what they want to do, they said. And, Ragnarok, these numbers, this is the holiday. Like, look at the numbers last year when they had no games. Remember, people like, don't buy a PlayStation because they have no holiday lineup. Well, they were at 201,000 there. They're at 179 now leading into Ragnarok. Ragnarok is coming, dude. This is going to blow the roof off of it. And that's why I think they're being a little kind of like, here's our numbers. We did all right. We sold 25 million. We're good. Dude, they know they're going to blow the roof off of this thing coming this holiday.
That is such desperation to say that because you're only saying that because you want people to go out and buy that dog shit ass fucking Xbox. I mean, I knew exactly what you were talking about as soon as you started mentioning that because I did used to see those like they'll say it's not only that, it was some other shit that
it was like Xbox is doing all this great growth in Game Pass with no games and they're celebrating.
No. You know what they were saying? They were saying 10 reasons why you should buy a Xbox
last year
or a PlayStation or 10 reasons you should buy a PlayStation or an Xbox or something like that. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, I still don't know why anybody will buy an Xbox. Y'all niggas have been
there ain't nothing to play right now,
dude.
Y'all have been duped since the beginning of this generation.
That's
since
a good
the beginning.
Dude, that's a beginning of this generation. Dude, the duping was started 4 years before that.
Well, no, that's true. That's true.
Like, dude, I got them all here. Here it is. You led right into the lies of Phil Ness. Holy shit. Talking about, like, what has been duped. This guy went on this interview. You want to hear dupe? I'm going to give you 5 years ago. So here he is. Like, I don't know if you can hear the video on here. Dude, 5 years ago, Phil Spencer talking about first-party games.
Let me be clear. What?
Oh,
I
don't
three of
listen
these
to nothing,
controllers.
Dude, this is
liar.
entertainment, dude.
Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
Wait, 5 years. Here it is.
No, don't try to.
Wait a second. He was jerking around with Pletcher Clippers.
I've been doing this for a while. Like
Here he goes.
This sounds like total PR line.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I love my job. I love being a gamer. I've been a gamer since I was a young kid playing games with my dad. And like I care about our platform, and I want to make it as good as I possibly can as the head of Xbox. when I started this job 3 years ago, hardware was a real focus for us because I thought we had more work to do there. And S we shipped last year, X is coming out this year.
Right.
I love our hardware line. Xbox Live was something I really wanted to focus on in terms of cross-platform, getting it on iOS, Android, Windows, focusing on our stuff coming to Windows because I really want people to play great games on the devices they want to go play. Our first party, my previous job was head of first party, is a critical part of that equation. Yesterday, sitting here today, showing our games, it was about 42 games, filling up the time. But I know people want to see what we're investing in new. And we are investing in new things. We've signed things just recently that I thought about, hey, from a PR standpoint, it'd be really easy for me to go put a trailer on screen, even though I know the game's not coming for 2.5, 3 years.
Right.
I didn't want to do that. And I understand certain people will say, well, hey, that gives me confidence in the future of Xbox. This is kind of a cheesy line, but I'll say, trust that this is important to us as a platform. From the top CEO of the company on down, if you talk to Satya about it, he would say, I understand we need to invest in content in the game.
Whoa, I gotta pause this. Talk to Satya about it.
And so everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud.
Way to go, Satya.
Gaming space. And that is important, and
Ah,
we are going to invest. I love the games that we showed. I thought Crackdown looked fantastic.
He thought Crackdown looked fantastic. Oh shit!
Super Lucky's Tales.
Super Lucky's Tales.
We got to re-announce Ori, the next Ori coming out, and Ori's one of my favorite games, frankly, of all time.
Not enough people played that game.
That is a fantastic game. But I know what you're asking about.
Here it is.
Hey, there's kind of big AAA console
kinds
games.
of games that only the Microsofts, the Sonys, the Nintendos of the world can put the resources, like platform holders. Only certain types of games those sorts of companies can make.
Yeah, and I hear that, and I'm committed to that. So and today, now, I wanted to talk about things that if you go buy this console this year, you're going to get to go play in this year. But I hear that question, and I don't want your kid chewing on the controller anymore. So I'll continue to work to deliver games there. And it's like we did it on hardware, we did it on platform and compatibility and everything. And
notice the year.
Party as well. It is
E3 2017. Holy shit. E3 2017. And here he comes now. Wait a second. We got some more Phil Ness. 2017, dude was saying I'm bringing big AAA games that only we could do. And here he is
Great
here.
job, with like collabing and making
2022. Phil, what do you got to say about this?
First party game. We can have our excuses.
Why does he always look so uncomfortable?
Since we've shipped kind of what.
There he is. Dude, there he is now.
On teams. You
can 2017. Here he is in 2022. Let's see what he has to say about his first party.
Heard loud and clear is it's been too long since we've shipped kind of what people would say is a big first party game. We can have our excuses on COVID and other things, but in the end, I know people invest in our platform and they want to have great games. We're excited about 2023. And we've talked about games that are coming, and those games are tracking well. We're kind of out of what COVID did to the production schedule. And as an industry, I think we have fewer games this holiday than we've had in a while.
Fewer? Zero.
You mentioned Call of Duty's coming, God of War's coming, which is great. Nintendo's had a good year. But I'd say in general, we've been a little light. But I look at 2023, and there's a great lineup of games coming that I'm excited about. Getting our first real Xbox first-party games out of Bethesda, having them ship with Redfall and Starfield to be a lot of fun. As I mentioned, we're doing a lot more work on PC because I think PC is important. We have a big
pivot to PC
Xbox app that's actually coming in a couple weeks.
The Xbox app,
constantly working, taking the feedback.
Shake my head.
We're investing more and more in stuff we're doing on cloud to enable people to play games where they can.
So everything that we're doing with our content.
Satya interrupting again.
You
stuttering fool! You stuttering fool!
Go play. The partnerships have been interesting. Logitech just shipped the device. We did our Samsung TV app, and I'm saying we're just going to continue.
The TV app. Yo, Phil talked about everything. He said stuff. You know what's crazy is that Starfield and Redfall coming next year. That's all we're talking about. He don't talk about anything else. Nothing about anything else. But first party. But what if you didn't buy Bethesda? What would you be talking about right now? Seasonality to Halo? Like, what are you talking about? There he is in 2023. 2022, talking about 2023. Yes, this is current, Ghostface. This is the interview that he did 2 days ago. 2 days ago. This is what he did. The future of Xbox. There he goes. You want to hear more? He's not done yet. He had more finesse.
Thought of that being something that you would want to test.
Yeah, as most of the people working Xbox are adults. They're all adults.
And you try to think about, well, what would it be like to be 8 years old and have to hold this controller? Well, before we launch things,
happy as possible.
I don't
people
care about
ask me
controllers, Phil.
getting into the games industry, it's kind of a weird. Families play and have fun together, I think is an important time. We are definitely a business around people having to want to do what we do. Like, we're not a utility, we're not work, we're fun. People have to with their heart.
What did you say here?
Took a little
I'm
bit of
garbage
a
with the
break.
wheel. I'm so bad.
Well, so I'm garbage with the controller, so I was like, maybe it'll be better.
Yeah, if I sit down in one of the
I don't care about Phil playing racing games. This is what he did 2 days ago after 2017. But wait, there's more. Now we got Phil Ness 5 years ago. We did 7 years ago. We came to 2 days ago. And now let's talk to Phil 5 days ago. The Lies of Phil Ness. I told you this will be a horror show. Here he is with our good friend Dustin Aguirre. You know, checkmark man.
Do you see the premiere gotta play it on Scorpio to get all the
We're
benefits
talking
of
Project Scorpio, ladies and
game
gentlemen,
as being something, one of the Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Inevitable Forza 7. Is it something we already know about?
The game.
Right.
He just tried to look at that.
Congrats.
He's trying to announce the game.
Doing my best. Or is the WoW Scorpio game one we haven't that hasn't been announced yet for this fall?
I think that Scorpio has to prove itself as I'll stop using the word premium, as a powerful console through a large array of content. For people who think there's like some massive big AAA game sitting in my back pocket that I haven't announced yet, that I'm announced at E3 and ship it this fall.
It could happen.
It could happen.
There is.
Yeah, it was Lucky's Tales. He had
there's
no game. Crackdown got delayed that year.
I am very confident in the quality that I've seen from the games that we're launching and how they look on Scorpio. So when people see
Didn't they
games on
have
Scorpio, they're going to see for
Phantom
those
Dust
that
with
are
original
close to the
assets?
detail.
Dude, Phantom Dust digital assets, dude.
And,
He's talking about how the games that he's shipping.
Whatever
look
your
great.
name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Achilles Breeze! Welcome to the Grindhouse. He's talking about game. This is incredible. That's why I say 5 years ago, he is talking about Crackdown 3 looking good, State of Decay 2. We know what those games look like, but he's talking about a launch. Continue. I'm going to let him continue. Phil Spencer, just keep going.
They're going to see a demonstrable difference between that and the games that they're playing now on any console. Like
Nice.
That's what I.
This
see.
was Project Scorpio
and
before
I
it
know
was called the
content
1X.
has to show that. And
Jeez, Marty.
Gone forever, Marty.
So I do think it's a little different than a traditional console launch where there's like, okay, we're going to line up 5 games on day one. I've told the team, like, I don't want to do that, right? This is not, I don't want, because it's part of the family of games. These games, every game we ship is going to be playable on both Xbox One, Xbox One S, Scorpio, and frankly, we're doing almost everything on Windows as well. So it's a little bit different in that way, but I know that content has to be the thing that we use to demonstrate the capability of the box.
I guess before we.
But wait a
Xbox
second,
One
guys.
S.
You're going to be wonderful for this. Did he just say that? First of all, it's called Project Scorpio. This was a year before they called it the 1X, right? What did he just say? I don't want it to be a traditional launch.
This is not. I don't want, because it's part of the family of games. These games, every game we ship is going to be playable on both Xbox One, Xbox One S, Scorpio, and frankly, we're doing almost everything on Windows as well. So,
dude,
I've told the team,
he says
I don't
right
wanna
here
do that. Right?
I don't want to. Wait, what did he say?
And I know content has to show that.
Wait, Phil, what did you just say?
Jeez, Marty.
Gone forever.
Marty throws the pen. Okay.
So, I do think it's a little different than a traditional console launch where there's like, okay, we're going to line up 5 games on day one. I've told the team, like, I don't want to do that.
Different than a traditional content launch. Dude, here they go.
Store right now in New York, and we are incredibly
Different than a console launch, dude. This is what he did. This is what he did. He got celebrities there. Ronda Rousey, Chris Evans, Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal was there playing. Oh my goodness, OBJ.
Every game looked really beautiful.
Holy Ronda Rousey, look at this. I don't want this to be a traditional console launch.
Texting everyone I know.
Oh my goodness.
I have an Xbox One X. It's not a big deal.
Oh, please. What? We don't want New Zealand. They built a house in Australia. We don't want this to be a traditional Xbox launch, she said. No game lineup. Leave it that. Dude, this is the launch. Please. What are we doing here? The lies of Phil Ness. I can't even listen to the trash ass music. Look at this. A global celebration for the One X. A mid-gen upgrade. The Rock was there in Canada handing out Xbox One X's.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
The Rock handing out Xbox, playing games. Here's New York. Aaron Greenberg out there. No games.
I got here like 5 p.m. yesterday, so apparently that makes me first.
No game lineup. Dude, they're playing music with guitars. What are we doing here?
When we started on this journey, you told us you wanted certain things from us.
Oh,
you wanted power. You wanted community. You wanted choice.
This is the console that developers asked us to build.
Oh,
a console
no.
that had no boundaries.
No compromises.
No
limitations. Compromises, they
the
said.
Highest res.
The highest res.
Processor.
The best frame rate.
True 4K resolution. 8 CPU cores. Over 320
CPU
gigabytes per
cores.
second of memory bandwidth.
The most powerful console ever made.
This console is 100% for you guys.
Oh!
Good immersive experience. You can see every single detail.
On old ass games.
It's the most powerful, like amazing device ever.
It's incredible. Oh, I'm just so excited. This group of people here.
He's
this
gone.
Is why we built Xbox. You know you do. Yeah, see, they know exactly what this is. It's just.
My Agent Nelson walking around with the chip in his ass.
It is a monster.
It's a monster. Look at
What we're here
this.
to do is really celebrate the fans.
I don't want a traditional. Look at this guy doing backflips.
There's no way to overstate just how important the fans are for Xbox and everything that we do today. And everything
No
that we're gonna do in the
games.
future.
Oh shit.
4K, baby. True power.
4K true power. This dude. This guy's saying 4K true power. He's playing fucking 4K checkerboarded. Holy shit. All right, so you saw that hype video. What did Phil just say? What did I forgot what he said? What did he say? Phil, what did you just say?
So I do think it's a little different than a traditional console launch where there's like, okay, we're going to line up 5 games on day 1. I've told the team, like, I don't want to do that, right? This is not, I don't want, because it's part of the family of games. These games, every game we ship's going to be playable on both Xbox One, Xbox One S, Scorpio, and frankly, we're doing almost everything on Windows as well. So it's a little bit different in that way, but I know that content has to be the thing that we use to demonstrate the capability of the box.
Wow. There's a true story for you. Holy shit. He didn't want this to be a big launch. He didn't want to have a lineup because it's part of the family of consoles, but content has to demonstrate the power of they launched that goddamn system. That celebration right there, 0 games.
Okay.
There you go. Now that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
That was the last time they would ever trick me into getting a console ever again.
Yeah, right. They got you. Here it is. World's most. Here it is. This is the article. They had Super Lucky's Tales. They had PUBG, if you remember that.
Yep.
That's what they had for that thing.
They actually gave me PUBG for free because I bought the One X at launch, and remember that didn't come out until like I think around Christmas or not Christmas, December, sometime in December, and they did a bundle, and I'm like, yo, I bought the One X, the Scorpio edition before this shit ever was a thing, and then the lady on the phone for customer service, she was like, no worries, we'll send you a code, blah 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 blah, and they sent me a code.
That's it, dude. They sent you the code. They gave you this. And remember when Phil Spencer said in 2019 they got 14 games coming from Xbox Game Studios? I tried to find them. I can't find them.
30 games premiering Xbox Game Studios.
Uh-oh.
And over 30 games premiering in Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a wheel. What to play first and what to play last.
In addition to showcasing all of
Dude, you want to see oh man, you want the clown segment of this show? Everybody, over 260 people, hit that goddamn like button. We got Sick here, we have Link here. You want to know what? When you want to see clowns, we got the clown segment coming on right here. You want to see clowns? You brought up the Dustin Liguri show. I got my clown right here. Here he is. Come on, let's do a dance. Come on, clown. Here we go. Where's this song? Where's this thing?
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
I got him. Where is it? Where's the circus? Here it is. Kashikatsu! Welcome to the Grindhouse. Here we go. What happened? Dustin Liguri is making sure that we're clear enough in what was going on. Phil, what did you have to say? Wait, what did Phil have to say before I blow my clown?
That would be segregating.
Oh, wait, exclusivity. Yeah,
we're not taking Call of Duty from PlayStation.
We're not taking Call of Duty from
which is
PlayStation.
exactly what you asked, but just punch that one in the nose.
Yes.
That's not our intent. Our intent is not to do that. And as long as there's a PlayStation out there to ship to, our intent is that we
on
continue
exclusivity,
to
you
ship
don't buy
Call
a
of Duty
company
on
for $7
PlayStation,
billion
similar to what we've
Oh,
done
yeah.
with Minecraft. Since
I'll
we've
tell the
opened
story. Here it
We've
is.
expanded the
have
places
to
where people
talk
can play
again.
Minecraft. We
Yeah,
haven't,
because
reduced the places, and it's
Phil
been
Spencer
good.
said, I'm not taking Call of Duty off of Game Pass. So, I'm not taking Call of Duty off of PlayStation. I'm sorry. I'm not taking Call of Duty off of PlayStation. And Dustin had to remind everybody, saying, clear enough? But then somebody brought up, shout out to Oliver Darko, goes, what happens to you don't buy a company for $70 billion to make games multi-platform? Because that was what Dustin was saying in January of this year. He says on exclusivity, you don't buy a company for $7 billion and, oh, wait, do we got to talk about this again? Well, so who are you clear enough to? He says he's keeping it, not taking it off of PlayStation. You're telling us it's clear enough. Your stupid ass was saying something in January saying you don't spend that much money and make a game exclusive. It is a goddamn traveling circus out there. Hope it's worth that $20 for that blue check mark right there. This is what I mean by the check marks. You don't spend $70 billion to make something exclusive, and then Phil says, I'm not pulling Call of Duty off of anything. And he goes, it's clear enough. Oh. Goddamn Bozo the Clown right there.
I think they should probably wait till they close the deal first.
Oh, yeah, because that brings me to my next one. Sick man, you're just finding all these things. Because guess what? I got the article from the tone that was changed with the Bethesda. You think that I don't keep the receipt to this thing. November 18th, 2020. Bethesda games might not be Xbox exclusive, but will be best on Microsoft systems. Remember from their what's his name? Stuart did.
Best, better, or best, or whatever.
Yes, remember that?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what we want is we want content in the long. So this is the Stuart guy from Microsoft CEO, whatever the hell he is. We have no intentions of pulling all Bethesda content out of Sony and Nintendo otherwise. This is why I said Phil's going to take his game ball when he wants to. He goes, however, even if these games come to other systems, he believes they'll be best and sometimes arrive early on Microsoft platforms. What we want that content. In the long run, it's to be the first or better or best, or pick your differentiated experience on our platforms. This is what he's talking about Xbox. We want Bethesda content to show up the best on our platforms. He says it's not the point about being exclusive, but if you think about something like Game Pass, if it shows up best in Game Pass, that's what we want to see. We want to drive our Game Pass subscribers base through the Bethesda pipeline. So again, I'm not announcing pulling content from platforms one way or another, but I suspect you'll continue to shift towards first or better or best approach on our platforms. And then Todd Howard, in his bomber jacket had something to say, and he goes, Bethesda's Todd Howard said, it was, quote, hard to imagine Elder Scrolls 6 being an Xbox exclusive. And now it sounds like it might not be. Microsoft has also suggested before that this purchase is not about exclusive games. There has been speculation that Microsoft was interested in Bethesda Orion streaming tech. Yeah. And Phil Spencer has something to say, because once the deal closed and then they did the circle jerk, Phil Spencer has a nice little video right here. Here he is.
can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games on the platforms they're on. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. But if we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building, and the creative capability we will be able to bring to market for our Xbox customers. It's going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox after we're done here. So I'm going to try to.
And that was in 2020, what was that, 2021. That was last year's Circle Jerk that he was talking about exclusive. I'm like, oh, but before the deal, exclusivity was in question. And we're not talking, it's not about exclusives. It's not about oh, really? And then he says exclusive and then made Elder Scrolls 6 an exclusive game. So that's what I said. This Call of Duty shit, clear enough. Listen, they will make it exclusive. Because there is one little tidbit, Grinders, that I want to definitely, and guys in the chat, I want to definitely show you a little tidbit here. Let me see if I find it, if I have it. But what, like, you guys agree that, like, basically, you know, they will take Call of Duty and make it exclusive Game Pass or do something with it, right? Like, I don't trust them. Then I think they'll make. He said they're treating it like Minecraft.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Exactly.
If that deal indeed goes through. I still personally don't believe the deal is going to go through.
Doesn't go there with caveats, contingencies.
However,
I don't think it's going through at all.
Here's the thing. If it does go through and they turn around and do this, then they could just say sayonara to anything else that they try and get pushed through, because everything is going to be an automatic no. You told us that this is what you weren't going to do, and you did exactly that. They never did that with Bethesda. They're trying to convince the CMA and all of these regulators that they have no intentions of doing this because it wouldn't benefit them to do this.
Exactly.
However, in this particular instance, if they turn around and they then do that, they're going to have a hard time trying to acquire anything else. So do you really want to make Activision, Blizzard, King your, like, final big purchase? I wouldn't do it, but hey, shoot for it. Shoot for it, pimp.
Yep. And as I said here, I always said, like, the Mixer thing, right? Like, why they shut it down, because it wasn't growing where it needed to be with Game Pass. And these reaches with Activision, these reaches with Bethesda, I always said it's the Ninja and Shroud attempt to try to inject subscribers into Game Pass and say, hey, we got Call of Duty and Game Pass. They think that will grow, because you've seen, he's already kind of saying the console subscriptions is kind of dried up. Like, hey, they hit the max of what they want. PC Game Pass is where it's growing now. And he's talking about this PC growth, whereas he feels like he maximized console growth, which is not good for people who bought a console 2 years into new hardware, going like, he thinks you guys maximize the potential of the subscriptions. Like, are they going to have incentive to doing that?
He didn't kind of say it.
He said it. Yeah, he didn't kind of say it. He said it. He's like, we are. Thanks, consoles. But what I want
personally, I'm going to tell you what I would say, right? Like, with this whole Activision Blizzard thing, dog, nobody would have an issue with this shit going through. How about Xbox get the fuck out of gaming, bro?
That's what they want to go.
Stop having a conflict of interest and go purchase
just be third party
everything in the fucking world. You know what I mean? Like, do your thing. Nobody would give a fuck then. But you cannot sit up here, have a console in the console space, and then be buying up all of these big publishers that had third-party games where people played it on other platforms, and you're trying to force them to your platform without you doing any work.
Even if your platform is elsewhere. Like, they're trying to finesse the whole thing by saying, like, well, it's not just on the console. It's like our Game Pass platform is on PC and on phone. So we're technically wherever. It's still behind your service, though. Like, it's still exclusive to your service. It doesn't matter where it is. It's still you could leverage that in a way that you want to leverage that.
Me
And-
personally, I just
yeah.
want to see him go. Like, I don't think Microsoft
it's annoying,
does
dude.
anything.
They haven't
They don't do
contributed anything. You're right. They haven't contributed in the games. Like, they're not like, if you look at like the VR, right? They're even like shit in there. Like they haven't innovated and done anything like at all. Like, they are really just kind of like irrelevant, like they've been telling the CMA. But one of the things I was always said was like, what is Satya's number? People say Microsoft has all the money in the world for this stuff, but this little tidbit here from Steven Totillo, who covered the whole thing, here it is. This is the point, and this is where the rubber hits the road. He says,
who did you say?
Steven Totillo. He used to write for Kotaku. He writes for another magazine now, but he's a news reporter. Actually, probably one of the last like real people, not just hype reels. But he says here, Game Pass growth is the only gaming-related performance incentive that's part of CEO Satya Nadella's pay package, LinkedIn use, cloud revenue, and others. So don't worry about him regarding the miss, though, because remember they said that Xbox did not hit its subscription goals 2 years in a row. That is a direct performance incentive for Satya Nadella, not Phil. I'm sure it would go down to Phil. It's Satya's pay package. But they said don't worry about it because his annual compensation is about $55 million for the past year. But that is the only Game Pass growth is the only gaming related performance incentive for the CEO. So you tell me, is Phil on borrowed time if this shit is not going to grow Game Pass? This dude that's why he looked like he aged 100 years, dude.
Wait,
Because
let me ask you a question.
He done.
Where did that person get that information from?
he did the article where he said that he did the article covering that Microsoft didn't hit its numbers.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did he just get all of that from like the call, from the investor call, or like where did he get
That's
the
what
information?
I'll get his
Or better yet, how does he know what's an incentive to Satya Nadella?
let me get his article up here.
That's all I want to know, because again, he's given a lot of specific information about some shit that regular people just wouldn't know that information.
Well, he's from Axios. He writes Axios. That's what it was. Okay. He did what is this story? Here it is. Here's the article from him. He's from Axios Gaming. He used to write for back in the day, he used to write for you don't know Steven Totillo? He was like one of like when gaming journalism was like he was like one of the guys. Anyway.
Honestly, bro, I've been really jaded with
Well, I know
quote-unquote
media
gaming
shit sucks, but
journalists.
he wrote the article. Microsoft misses Xbox Game Pass subscriber target for second year. So he said that he says here, the strength of Game Pass has long been a measure of Microsoft's success in disrupting the gaming industry. It also has become the central to the discussions whether regulators should approve the company's $69 billion bid. Details. Microsoft targeted 73% growth rate for Game Pass for its fiscal year ending in June 30th, 2022. As part of the performance incentives for Nadella and other top executives, but the service only achieved 28% growth. This 2 misses in a row. The company has failed to hit the executive pay Game Pass target last year after exceeding it in 2020. Remember with the pandemic. Microsoft doesn't publicize annual Game Pass subscriber counts, but it said in the filing that in the Xbox division has delivered over 20 million Game Pass subscriptions. So he says that it's a performance incentive for Satya and other top executives. Game Pass growth. And it's the only gaming related one. Take it as you will. But all I'm telling you is that Satya's number, dude, they're not immune. This is the point. They're not immune to this. If Game Pass is not growing the way they want, they will pivot. That's what they have done. If the pivot doesn't work, who knows what's next? They might scrap the whole idea. You even see the way Phil's talking now. Game Pass was the lifeblood of this service, dude.
Now he's saying what? What is he saying now? It's only ever going to be 15% of our revenue.
Hey, Link.
It's like reality's hitting them.
Remember, Link, somebody said that this Game Pass shit was only there to buy them time. I wonder who said that.
I don't know. Who could have said that?
Who said that shit?
You say is buying them time to get them out of to pivot this thing to get to the cloud. They want to get to the cloud and get out of this shit.
Nah, cloud ain't even a thing. They just canceled the
No,
Keystone shit.
that cloud, that shit
That's
ain't
another
taking off.
reason.
That
Yeah, they
cloud,
canceled that shit
let
too.
me tell you something. They already said that cloud shit is not taking off. Microsoft said it. The cloud,
But
they don't see it
it's
ever.
totally different than what they're saying,
let me tell
dude.
you.
It's totally different than how they pushed for this stuff over the last 2 years.
Well, let me tell you this, Jess. Dude, I work as a level 3 NOC engineer, bro, in a network operations center for a very, 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 very popular company. I've been told y'all this cloud shit isn't gonna work because I know the challenges that come with maintaining IDFs, with shit that comes with maintaining MDFs, with shit that comes with maintaining OLTs, with shit that just stuff that y'all have no idea what the fuck I'm talking
I don't know
about.
what
But
you're
it's the
talking
shit
about.
that it's the shit that makes the internet go. Put it that way. And it's not because these services are just bad. The infrastructure in America just sucks. It fucking sucks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never going to get better. Even if you
yeah.
have the best internet in the world, there's always going to be challenges.
Yeah, I tweeted
Always
out the
gonna be
thing about the
challenges.
whole false bullshit of 5G, how all these promises that 5G was going to deliver all this stuff, and they realized basically they're just tweaking 4G right now because 5G is not living up to what it was, and it couldn't permeate into the outside of the cities. So 5G was a bullshit promise anyway, and now they're realizing that it's just a modified 4G that they're doing right now because you would have 100 gigs of something, and then you walk behind a wall and it's like 0 because the way those short waves, they don't permeate through that, and they just promised ideal situations, just like in Game Pass, like just like with cloud. Oh, you can stream like
anything though.
anything.
Anything can throw it off.
Anything can
And
throw it off. Exactly.
You can't determine how a person builds your house, right? You can't determine how the apartment building is built where you live. You know what I mean? You can't determine any of that shit. You can't determine the type of devices that are in the houses or the units next to yours. You can't determine that, so you can't determine when some shit is gonna randomly throw off your Wi-Fi.
Exactly. And Sick, let me ask you a question. When you watch developers show their game that they're working on, what do they try to show it at the how they show their game? On what?
What do you mean?
Like if a developer's working on a game, when they're gonna show the game off, what do they show it on?
Oh no! They show it on the actual
possible
running on the actual system or the piece. Well, I'm gonna say
I'm
for
saying the
most
best
part.
foot forward, right? The best way.
Well, yeah.
So how would you feel if you're developing a game and you know that people are going to experience it over the cloud with all those variables that you're discussing? What are you going to like? You want to show your game in the best light. Like you're going to really like excited for people playing this on cloud. Like that's not the best light of your game that you worked on. Like think about if you made this incredible movie and all these special effects and all this stuff and everybody's watching in some bootleg 3-inch screen and like friggin' 240p and some shit like that. Would you invest in all these special effects when you know most of your audience is watching it on a little 4-inch screen? No, you're not going to. You're going to save the money and you're going to say, well, I'm going to give you some bootleg version because you're playing it in a bootleg place. I'm going to make it optimized. And that's where I'm worried about our content.
Look at how the majority of games have digressed
back
to like the fucking 8-bit era. Dog.
Right?
Like
it's easy,
everybody
it's accessible,
call it stylistic
and
shit like that. It's not stylistic. It's easy for them to achieve.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And playable in more places and all that shit, yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, that's like that's where I get worried with content. Like if nobody is going if you know people going to the movie theater and going to pay a premium, you're going to spend the special effects and you're going to spend $25 a seat, you're going to give them a goddamn show. But if you know, like everybody's like, let's go to cloud, let's go to subscriptions, you're going to get the content that equals where you're going to play it. So if subscriptions and streaming, they're going to find ways of optimizing the stream and probably be lowering assets, not as having how many things going on in the screen at once. So it streams better to your G Cloud. So now we're getting compromised games because of the technology that's why I don't want that to be the dominant way of playing. the subscription streaming bullshit because the game content will adjust. I want to play big blockbuster stuff. That's the thing. I want eye-melting, surround sound, immersive things. I don't need some hokey dokey bullshit on a strap-on backbone, backbreaker, whatever the hell it is, ass back, whatever the hell those things called. And that's where I'm playing my games. So this $2 billion Phil touching.
Machine?
No, yeah, the leapfrog. Holy shit. Nobody getting that goddamn fucking leapfrog.
Oh, yeah. When is the leapfrog out yet?
Dude, I think it just went up $50 in price. You missed the pre-orders. You fucking increased the price of that thing. It's $350 now. Oh, shit.
Yo,
You missed the
buy
window.
that shit with your money, dog. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, that is the holy shit, the G Cloud. And then the NVIDIA came out with theirs. At least there's a little bit better hardware natively, but still, that G Cloud is a fucking bootleg tablet with goddamn strap-ons. Get the hell out of here with that trash, G Cloud. And Phil had the nerve to send that thing to Kojima. Kojima probably threw that out the fucking window. He probably said, "What the hell is this shit?"
Is this new? Speaking of Kojima, is this new game he's working on? That's not the thing that he's got announced with Microsoft, right?
I think it is because he wanted to work with Stadia, but I guess he knew behind the scenes what was really going on with Stadia, and that
Right,
shit
but he's got
no,
a
but
project.
he's
got
teasing
some of the
Death Stranding
PlayStation
too. That's what the thing was. The actors and stuff.
Well,
Wait. Let
If
me
you-
ask you a question, Jazz. Let me ask you a question because I asked Link the same shit, and he answered it. But I want to see if you're gonna have the same type of answer.
Oh shit!
What the fuck would Death Stranding 2 be about?
I don't know. I didn't beat the first one. I don't know.
You tripping.
All I know is he's
First
acting
one was
with freaking
amazing.
actors and shit. I don't know what the hell it'll be about. I don't even know what the hell the first one's about. I'm fucking trying to figure this shit out right now.
First one was great.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like on chapter that was a 8, 9, like around.
You got to get a little bit farther.
I just did the whole
you
map
didn't beat
already.
Death Stranding?
No, I'm
You're-
trying. I'm still plugging
Damn,
away
man,
at it.
you
I
missed
just
out.
opened up the whole map.
You're gonna find
I
out.
went all west.
Remember
need
the
to beat
lady
it.
in red?
I
Remember
will.
the lady in red?
Yes.
You're gonna find out.
Don't tell me. Don't spoil
she-
me. I'm about to go
No,
see
no,
her.
no. I'm not gonna spoil it. You're gonna find out who she is.
Yeah, you got to find out who
That
she is.
That's what I'm up
gonna
to
let
right
you know
now.
a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm up
It's
to.
gonna let
I'm
you know
like
a lot.
right at that point right now because I'm at the last thing. So no, but what I'm just saying is that like the reason why people are saying it's Death Stranding 2 and not the stream is because they're trying to akin the actors that he's showing to maybe some characters in the game without spoiling it or whatever it is. But if it is
Well,
the cloud
also-
game, it's going to be high production. But I don't think it. I think
No,
that
I
cloud
think
game
the
got that
cloud
Bejeweled
game
3.
is. I think the cloud game is going to be. They're saying that's going to be like more of a smaller title. So
That's-
I think this game is. I think this game is his next game with PlayStation, and then I think he's going to work on that cloud game.
The unknown, the fighting words. He says, "I played more Halo than Death Stranding." Oh shit, I did.
Yo.
Oh damn, I get 2 thoughts for that one. That was my fault. The unknown, you got
they
me.
need to nah, you were a fan of Halo. I mean, why wouldn't you play it? You know what I mean? Like
Well, as I found out,
that's the
Lily
thing.
Jewel.
I wasn't ever gonna play Halo because man, I played 1 and 2 and I was just like, yep.
Nah, I loved
not
Halo,
for
man.
me. Not for me.
I'm beside myself of what they did to this one, but my Halo was my thing. Like, yeah, when I watched that video that guy posted about like how people lined up for Halo and how it was, dude, that was like my freaking childhood. Like that was like.
Took you down memory lane, huh?
Dude, like I remember, man, like and just watching people messing around in lobbies and stuff like that was just incredible.
What game we
times.
talking about?
Halos, like just the history of Halo, not
Oh
this.
yeah, back
Halo.
in the day, Halo 2, Halo 3.
Yeah,
Man,
and the
this
thing is,
shit
I never really had that thing with Kojima stuff. Like I never
I
played Metal
love
Gear.
Metal Gear.
Dude. I
Oh my
never
God,
played
you
Metal
crazy.
Gear
You didn't play
because
Metal
I
Gear
never
1
had a
on the PS1?
PlayStation 2.
What about PS1?
What?
I had a
You never
PS1 and I
PS1?
started Metal Gear, but I never liked it. I didn't like
Holy
it.
shit!
See,
You never had an NES?
That's crazy.
I never had a PS2.
You never
Oh
had
my
an NES?
God!
No, I had a PS2 for one night only to play GTA.
What
like
were
a
you
week.
playing then?
I was playing Xbox and GameCube.
Oh man, you was fucking up bad. Man.
See, I am bad. I got a flush.
Xbox and game.
That's
Hey,
why you said.
you know what? I get it now. I see why you be stepping on Phil's throat all the time.
You see why?
I get it.
I'm a
I get it.
disgruntled Xbox fan. You know, I've been this way. Yeah. I appreciate what Sony's doing, and I'm getting into all the Sony stuff, but
Why
I
don't
did
you
not
just
grow
cap
up with
from
Sony.
Microsoft?
I had a PlayStation.
Why don't you just cap from Microsoft?
Because
just
I
like
care
everybody
about
else?
goddamn games, dude. I'm not capping for fucking horseshit and Phil Spencer dreams.
Yeah.
I did miss out. Trust me, John. That's why when they
Yeah,
said
you missed some
PS2
great-
games and stuff,
Metal Gear Solid
yeah,
2
I missed
and Metal
out.
Gear Solid 3.
See, look at
Metal Gear
this.
Solid 3 is one of my
Dude, this is
Favorite
a board
games of
again
all
Christian, dude. I had a PS3. I had a PS3 halfway through when they slimmed it down. I got God of War, Uncharted, and I stopped playing that stuff. But the UI and that shit I could not get into because Xbox still had the online interaction shit. But man, and then I didn't even get a PS4 at launch. I got a PS4 after Phil Spencer told me the One X is going to be $500 with no games. I was like, fuck you. I'm going to buy a PS4 Pro. And I never looked back. That was it. 2016, I was done.
Xbox could have never been my primary console. Man,
it
ever.
was.
No generation.
I did it.
360 came close, but no.
No, man. 360 was like the proof of concept of like everything. The Xbox One, I went from GameCube. I had a GameCube, and that shit dried up. When I bought, I'm gonna tell you, when I walked out of EB Games, and I was like, any new Nintendo games this time? And I went there. The guy's like, here you go. And I walked out fucking like in college with Disney Sports Soccer. I said, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm like, this is what I'm playing. I'm like, you know what? The kiddie shit is done. I'm like, it was fun in college when people were drinking and were messing around with Mario Brothers. But you want to know what? After a while, when you're done and you're like at home and you're playing Disney Sports Soccer with no online, you're like, get the fuck? Like, what is this? Then my friend told me they were playing Ghost Recon online. And they were playing Unreal, and I'm like, oh shit, let me try that. And that's why I got an Xbox. I got Xbox Live, and that pulled me in. And that's how I got into Xbox, and I just played the online stuff. And that's how I got pulled in. And I abandoned that GameCube because I said it's a baby console. I'm done with this shit. Disney Sports Soccer, and that's it. And then I got into all the online stuff, got into Halo, and I never got an Xbox at launch. I got a GameCube at launch. If you remember. Do you remember when Xbox launched, like they had the rock and the shit broke on stage? Like that Xbox was janky as shit. And I'm like, see, Microsoft blue screen of death. I'm not buying a Microsoft product. They have, I don't trust them in gaming. And I went with a GameCube instead. That's, I remember the E3. It was trash.
The OG Xbox was lit.
Not at launch. It didn't have a good show at E3. So I skipped it for a year and bought a GameCube.
Man, I had an Xbox OG. I had fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Don't sleep on Buffy. Don't sleep on Buffy. Buffy was lit. But nah, I think that console I had the best memories with. It's like honestly, at that point, Xbox was hungry, dog.
They
wanted to be a part of gaming.
When?
The OG Xbox.
The first one, yeah, they really did. They had exclusive games. They
had that Blood Wake. It was a friggin' like a boat death, a boat death match. Blood Wake.
Mm-hmm.
Played that.
They really were hungry to get in the game and compete. You know what I'm saying?
They were.
Now they just, I don't know what the fuck.
Dude, they devolved, dude. Now they're just like they're showing their true colors, and it's just I can't imagine that the people who create Xbox seeing this, they're going, "What the fuck? This is nothing to do with gaming now. This is." They turned Xbox into goddamn Office 365.
I just think this Game Pass shit is not working like they thought it was.
Compromise their whole goddamn
the problem
business.
is though, this is the problem. They can't go back because they've indoctrinated or whatever crazy word you would like to say when they got the cult-like mentality of not buying games anymore. So you got a large fan base on your console that think everything got to be provided through this service. And they don't want to buy anything.
You're not gonna. And who was it? I don't know if it was your show.
If Game Pass fails, I think Xbox fails.
There was something about a show. Know what? I think it was Mooch. I think I was I was listening to it, and he was saying like, if you put like Game Pass on the PlayStation, like you're gonna
they were
start
talking about
coaching
that bullshit.
Those guys are happy about that shit. I'm like, dude,
they were wanting it,
but they said one of the things is interesting is that you're gonna start training people not to buy games, especially day one shit, and they're gonna be like, well, now why is Uncharted 5 not day one? Like I gotta buy it, and like you said, it's hard to go back. Like
it's a disruptor, and Sony's not gonna allow you to put that service on there and
they're gonna waterfall
their
that
customer
shit.
base over.
Yeah, they're gonna waterfall that shit. They're gonna milk that shit as much as they can, and they'll put it where they want to put it. And
First of all, why in the hell would anybody want Game Pass?
They said a Nintendo Switch. Once Microsoft get Activision, they gonna have it on there.
He wants to put Call of Duty on a Switch. Remember Call of Duty on the Wii?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the bullshit that's in Game Pass? There's way better offerings in PlayStation.
I know. I just did a whole. That was like 2 hours ago. I was showing that shit.
Right,
That
he
was
was talking about
ridiculous.
Yeah. Why the fuck would anybody want that? Like
Nobody
that's why I
wants
say
that
when
shit.
I hear people say that, I'm like, how stupid do you think Sony is? And matter of fact, how stupid do you think the customers are? If I just sell me on Game Pass right now. Tell me what it is that I get if I was to get PlayStation. Well, if PlayStation was to make the decision to put Game Pass on there, what the fuck am I gonna get? Pentiment, bitch?
You're getting 12 minutes. 12 minutes in Hades.
No. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Am I gonna get?
Nothing. I just showed
what is it? Walking Dead?
Yes,
Walking
you saw
Dead,
that
my
shit?
Sean?
Walking Dead.
Are you fucking kidding me,
Telltale
dog?
Games.
Why the fuck would I want that? Like, no, stop it, bro. Y'all gotta, dog. Seriously,
It's like
they
Games of
gotta
Gold
get out of
remastered.
this fantasy.
Let me
They
tell
gotta
you
get out
something.
of this
Sick.
fantasy that Game Pass is good, bro. They gotta.
You came
No,
on.
it's been a shit show this year.
No, look. See, you came on after we talked about the was it Eidos Montreal or whoever the hell it is?
Oh,
helping with
helping
Fable.
out Fable, yeah.
Why would Fable need help?
Yeah, exactly. It was fine.
Why Microsoft, the company that own all these damn studios, bringing in these third parties to help with their first party IP? It don't make no damn sense.
I was told that who is it that makes
Playground
not
games?
Turn 10 Playground.
Playground, a racing damn game, racing team.
Okay,
They
I
know how
was
to make
told
games.
by everybody to be assured that Playground Games got this shit covered.
Yeah.
They know how to make a racing game, right?
So what happened? What happened?
They need help from like who the hell knows? I don't know. They're getting help from people who don't know how to make a goddamn Fable game.
And then they getting help from Eidos Montreal. Didn't they just get help from Crystal Dynamics for fucking
Dude,
whatever that
Bootleg
other game was?
Studios.
Yeah.
Joanna?
Yeah, Joanna Dark.
Yeah,
Perfect
Perfect
Dark.
Dark.
You got button chops.
Yeah, okay.
Times Square Spider-Man. That's what they got.
Okay.
My God. But anyway.
And whatever your name is,
oh damn!
get ready for the big
Tyon
surprise.
just joined the Grindhouse, and I got a super chat here. Somebody said, "Whoa, where the hell go?" Proc Eastwood with the 2. He goes, "Game Pass fire, 100 subs. Here we come." Yeah, that's what he
All right,
said.
that's what they think. Well, like Phil said, that the growth is stagnated on console because everybody who wants Game Pass,
dude. That's your lifeblood,
he
right
said
there, dude.
everybody who wanted on console has it now.
They were forced to get it though. Like you gotta understand.
I know.
These people didn't even want Game Pass. But it's either get Game Pass or get games with gold. And they tried raising the price on that as well. So it's like fuck out of here.
I know, man. What?
They ain't looking good, man.
Glinzo with the 2. He goes, "Should it be Game Help or Help Pass?" Exactly. It's dude. They got all these studios, and it is absolutely ridiculous. It shows no confidence in management. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They got the blind leading the blind over there. Like I said, you got Rare sitting there. Don't touch Perfect Dark. Don't even associate them with the game. You got but Crystal Dynamics you do, and then you got Fable there, and you got Bethesda and Obsidian who make open world RPG games sitting there. No help on there, but let's get Montreal Eidos.
It don't make sense.
I don't have any clue.
You're my number one.
What was the last
be
game
shitting
they
up the
made?
place.
Eidos Montreal. What was the last
They
game
made Guardians of the Galaxy, which was deep, but that was no Fable.
It was a good game. No, that was a good game. Okay, I mean, but
they made Deus Ex. I guess that's where they could pull some of that shit in.
Didn't they make that Tomb Raider game that wasn't that good?
Oh yeah,
The
Shadow
one-
of the Tomb Raider. They made.
Yeah. I like Guardian of the Galaxy. I was impressed with that. That was
Yeah,
good.
Guardian of the Galaxy is not
Yeah,
bad. But
but
again, how's
what
that
does
make them good at
Guardian
Fable? Right?
Thank you.
Like I don't know
They
how
ain't
the
got
hell.
nothing to do with them
I
making
said of
no
all their
RPG.
games, there's not one goddamn tree in any of their games. Like I think of Fable, I think of like for rolling hills, fantasy, trees, and forest. They made Deus
Listen.
Ex. I guess Tomb Raider. I guess it has the trees in it.
The only reason why nobody has no faith in any of the shit that Xbox is doing is because Xbox is not giving people a reason to have faith. You know this conversation would be a lot different if it was PlayStation.
Oh hell yeah, getting help. But they said God of War. Thank you for helping us out. Goddamn, what is it? Ubisoft Montreal and making God of War.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is it would be a totally different conversation because we have faith that Sony Santa Monica would still get it done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But Microsoft has yet to prove that they can do anything as far as managing people to create shit. Everything that they've ever gotten, they've bought it.
Bought it,
Mojang,
yes.
they did not make Minecraft
They didn't make
popular.
Halo.
Nope. No, it was everywhere to
They
begin
did-
with. They just kept the lights
No,
on.
they didn't.
Gears.
The shit was
Gears.
already everywhere.
Mhm.
Everywhere. Every franchise that they've had that they've purchased from other places like Epic with Gears, all of those games have always
So you
gone
know,
down
Sid, you know why they
after
bought.
they
You know why
take
they
over.
bought. You know why they bought Epic, don't you?
Why?
They was
Who
about to
bought
make
Epic?
Gears.
They bought Gears. They didn't buy
Microsoft,
Epic.
not Epic. They
Microsoft
bought
didn't buy Epic
no. Why they bought the Gears IP?
because they had a PlayStation version of the game.
Yep. And then they're like, oh no, it was just a prototype. Yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on. They knew it. They were like, okay, we got to buy this shit because
I
we're
mean,
not
the
letting them
simple
put it on
fact of the
PlayStation.
matter is, what have they cultivated, bruh? Besides
Nothing.
trash,
Listen.
their name isn't sitting next to anything fucking
They
great
slapped that tramp
except
stamp
for
on everything.
dollar signs.
Your boy
That's
Steve
it.
Jobs been gone for a long time, and his words
His
still
stores
ring
are
true
right.
today.
But sick,
Faceless company with
dude, you
no
already
vision.
see, like when they're talking about Activision sales, people are already saying like, "Oh, Microsoft was doing well. They got Call of Duty." It's like, holy shit!
And you see all these Xbox dudes defending Call of Duty now. This game, I'm playing it right now. Listen, this shit is missing so much.
It's
That's
some
why-
janky
that's what I
shit,
just
dude.
told that,
it is some
I
janky
told-
shit
I
in
told that
multiplayer. I
Silky
tell you,
There's so many feet he was capping for. He know why he was doing it.
Yeah, I told that Silky dude, I was like, bruh, just a year ago, y'all was talking about how Call of Duty is trash, how Battlefield is trash, how Halo
is
is
the
the
best.
number one shooter,
Yeah.
how it's the best, but all of a sudden y'all tune changed when y'all hear that Microsoft trying to acquire Activision. Bro, I'm like, cut it the hell out,
dude,
dog.
it's ridiculous, dude. It is. Yeah, I remember all those games were shit, and Halo was the best. This is a great opportunity for
Listen.
Halo because Call of Duty sucks this year.
Let me tell you something, man. You don't get deals done the way Microsoft is trying to get this Activision deal by continually to talk publicly about this deal, by continually saying, oh, they have a certain stance when it comes to Call of Duty. We offered them so many years. Or now they're saying as long as PlayStation exists, Call of Duty will remain. All this. That's not, I don't know why they think trying to sway public opinion is going to get these regulators to approve this deal. I don't think that's how that's going to work. They just need to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, Phil's doing damage control for this holiday. He's like, we heard you.
They already telling you we're going to raise prices next year when these new games, these new first party
Starfield
games
is going to be coming at 50. I can't wait for that.
Y'all got to stop doing that. Especially you, Link. You got to
Nah, man.
Ain't no fucking games coming, dog.
Listen, sick.
So do you think Starfield's going to be $70 or 60?
I'm talking about Red. I'm talking about Redfall.
Redfall better be those $70. Holy
Listen,
shit.
All these 99 cents, they about to raise these prices.
Redfall $70.
I'm telling you. You don't think they raise the
Even if
prices?
they raise the prices, bruh, let me explain something to you, dog. If y'all have any dreams of super big games coming to this fucking service, you can cut it the fuck out now because it is not happening, bro. The output that they have right now with these games that they're putting out now, that's the same output they're gonna have next year, bro.
So
I think
you saying next year?
It's not going to change, bruh. I can promise you and assure
Oh, look, they
you
said a AAA game every quarter, man.
I lied.
I'm a number one customer.
Yo, but I'm saying though, but they still won't look. I don't know. But listen, they still expect people to continue to pay for this service every month when they're not putting anything in it.
No. They're expecting them to pay for it, but that doesn't mean they're gonna change what they're putting in the goddamn service, dog.
They're gonna give you exactly what you're paying for. That's exactly
third party. Listen, these major third parties
give
is
you
not
exactly
fucking
what
with
you're
Game
paying
Pass. Look, listen, this is what I've observed. These major third parties are not fucking with Game Pass no more. They are not putting their games in there. If you notice, everything that's going in there is indie games, these little small games. It's
That's what
no
it should
big
have
AAA game.
been for, bruh.
Exactly.
Again, when it comes to these big games, bruh, they should at least let these games get their time selling whatever they're gonna sell, and then make a deal to put the shit in Game Pass. Not only will it
Exactly.
be cheaper, not only will it be cheaper, but then you'll at least be able to try and make some money from it as well. I
Yep.
mean, this shit is crazy, dog. Like, I don't see how y'all see success in this. I don't
Mm-mm.
see how anybody see this as being a fruitful idea
Yeah.
because it just doesn't make sense. And it makes so little sense that look at TVs and movies, bruh. TVs and movies are passive content that you simply put your eyes on, and they don't even want to put that shit in the service.
Yeah.
They're
They
like,
went right
no,
back
go
to the
to the
theaters.
movies and watch
Yep.
this shit,
Right
dog.
back to the theater because they want to make their
They
money back
make it
fast.
a point.
They want
But they make it a
no.
they make it a point though, Jess, to be
Only
like
in theaters.
only
Yep.
in theaters.
Yeah. Make it real clear. That's what you're
Yeah.
gonna say. Exactly. And that's what I mean. Like you know, it's funny. It's like you think you're going up, you're going in the store, and you just walk out with stuff and be like, oh wow, it's free. It's free. And meanwhile, they got your ass dead to rights with cameras all over the place. Like you really think that you're gonna be paying this low price and you're gonna get the games that you always expect to get in the future? Like you think
they think they're
you're
gonna get
getting
the
one
next-
over on them? Like you really think that Phil's not sitting there going, dude, we're paying this much for this bullshit, and I'm gonna make these people get a dollar bill fill? Dude, that's just
You
a
think-
taste. It's a fucking
Listen,
like
man, I'm
a
telling
side
you,
alley
they think
piece.
they're gonna. Okay, Jez, let me ask you a question. We have not played Ragnarok yet, okay? But do
Mhm.
you think they're gonna get anything of that caliber this whole generation?
No,
in that service?
not with this mentality. Unless they change and go, we were just fucking with you for the last 7 years.
Do you
Like,
think
yeah,
they're
we're
gonna even
back.
get anything of the caliber of 2018?
You can't.
They can't. It has to be piecemeal. It'll have to be episodic. It'll have to be like broken up. They're gonna have to compromise it because there's no way that they could. I'm even wondering what
I
Starfield's
don't
gonna
think they
be,
got
dude.
I don't think they got the devs to do it, even if they wanted to. Because I don't think
yeah, they couldn't even
get.
get seasons for Halo.
Have you seen Starfield?
Woo, that shit look horrible.
Have
I'm
y'all
telling you,
not
it'd be half a
taken a
planet.
look at what the fuck they're getting with Starfield?
They're gonna get mods.
Listen,
Are gonna be building that game.
let me ask you this question, right? When a game doesn't hit 60 FPS, right? They try to make it seem like because it's on consoles, this is the reason why this is happening, right? So what's the excuse for Starfield then? Starfield is only on the Xbox and PC.
Mhm. Yeah.
So if the Xbox isn't the problem, then why the fuck is Starfield 30 FPS?
Because Todd Howard prefers 30 FPS. That's what he said.
Yeah,
He
bullshit.
prefers it. He's like, I think it's more of a snake.
Fucking
That
shit.
game is get
Yeah,
ready for the
okay.
60 frames.
How about this? How about this? If Todd Howard's preferred 30 FPS, make sure
He
that
said
bitch
4K
is a
30.
locked
Yes, he
30
said.
That
FPS
shit-
That's
on
not gonna be
PC,
locked.
nigga. Make sure
It
it's a
won't be. It
locked
won't
Dude,
be.
it wasn't
30
locked.
FPS. No.
It won't
Make
be.
no. Since he loved 30 FPS, make it a locked 30 FPS on PC and tell people the only reason why it's a locked 30 FPS on PC is because this is my vision.
It's not going to be long.
It
The only time it's
won't.
going to be
It's-
showing 30 frames a second is the animations when it leaves the planet and comes back. That's
Them,
the only time it's gonna be-
I don't know if you
It's
guys,
all over
those that game was running bad. I think it was running on the PC. So,
Oh yeah.
because when you show the game
it was
off, you want to
definitely
show
running
it.
on
Well, the
PC.
fact that
When
you
you-
haven't seen
when
any
you-
more of the game is indication that
Well,
where is
you
this
want to
shit?
show it off in its best, whatever state, the best state you
When?
can possibly show it
First
off in
half of
when they
next
show it
year.
off.
When are they showing it? Like
That shit was running on the damn
I'm telling you, if
PC.
it's a
and it was
no show at
running
the
bad.
Game Awards, that shit's coming out next holiday.
Listen,
It-
they have not talked about this game. This game, it's next holiday for sure.
If the Game
Man.
Awards are gonna be like, if that's not there, if Redfall doesn't have a release date, you saw they dropped the video for Redfall. It just said 2023. It didn't say early. It didn't say March. It didn't say like first quarter. It didn't say it's fall, spring. It didn't say anything. It just said 2023. That shit's wide open, and
Listen.
like, they don't even know when the games are coming out.
I'll go as far as to saying that Starfield is not dropping into 2024.
Oh shit! You think it's going? Oh man,
It is
I
not
wouldn't be
dropping
surprised.
until 2024.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not going
what's
to drop
They
next
built
year.
Redfall, and when they release Redfall, they say Starfield's delayed, and then they release Forza. And there's Redfall and Forza for next year, and they wrap it up. That's what I think. I think Forza is going to be their holiday game, and because Forza is going to be a platform, probably like 50, 70 cars and like 20 maps, and then they're just going to keep adding cars and things. That's Forza for you. Forza is not going to be the Forza you know. It's going to be base version, and then they'll add shit over time. That's how Forza is going to be. You'll get the base version. Yeah.
I'm telling you, just
I'm
like
telling you.
this, and I'm telling you, I don't give a damn what they say about how many planets you can explore and all that.
Thousands, man. But only
Multiple-
4
all of them.
cities. 4 cities and thousands of planets.
All of
So
those thousands of
that's what they
planets,
said.
bruh.
I know 4 cities.
Yo, fuck those thousands of planets, right?
Uh-huh.
But let's keep it a buck. Horizon Forbidden West is a very open world game with
Right.
a whole bunch of shit going on,
All
and
kind
they
of
were
systems and-
able
Mhm.
to get 60 FPS. It's not a first person fucking game. You see a entire fucking person the entire goddamn time. You know what I mean? The field of vision isn't fucking pulled back to your goddamn skull. You know what I mean? Like none of that. None of that.
Uh-huh.
So
It can run
so-
over 60 FPS.
So Horizon can do it, but Starfield can't.
On the 12 T-flops,
And the game didn't even look that good.
it
to
looks bad.
begin
It
with.
looks like a 360 game.
So it didn't look good to begin with, and then you're telling me that it doesn't have a performance mode, and everybody shouldn't blame the Series S for the bullshit that's going on with these consoles and these multi-platform games? Come on, man. Come on, bro. We got to get real. This is terrible at this point.
I mean, look at that, man. You know, the character don't even talk. You know,
Yeah.
they got
And
all
they
they bragging
sold
about.
that. No. But they sold that as a plus.
They said
How?
500,000. What? How many 100,000 dialogue lines of dialogue?
Yeah, and you hear the
And
guy like, so
character-
in depth. He's like, "That's not what I meant," and then they're like, "That's all his reply."
Bruh, how do you sell somebody on a voiceless protagonist?
I mean, if it ain't, you know, they give Nintendo a pass on it, which you know they shouldn't. But this is no excuse, man. It just isn't.
Damn,
You
what's
know,
going on?
this is not a small studio, but it's a big studio. They got.
Yeah,
I don't understand what's going on.
This is the problem,
Honestly?
and this is the reason why I can't invest in Xbox. Y'all are setting Xbox up for failure.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
they are.
All of this coddling them, all of this making up narratives, all of this pushing for them to be praised without doing anything, none of this shit helps the consumer at all. None whatsoever. So I can't, man. I don't think I will ever
Listen,
support
honestly,
Xbox again, bro.
I think Obsidian honestly might be a better developer than.
Oh, I agree.
Bethesda.
I think Obsidian's
And
their
I don't
best
even
yet.
like their shit. I don't like their shit, but I think they make better games.
I think so too. I think Obsidian was a great get. I think that was their best acquisition.
Oh, Pentiment is gonna be fucking.
No,
amazing.
not that shit.
dumb shit. No.
That's
But
some
they got
passion
two
project some
studios.
guy
but
made
the
on
thing is,
Total.
the problem is though, Obsidian makes the same games that Bethesda makes.
I know. There's
So,
redundancy there, and then they make a
It's
Fable
very
too.
redundant. So
It's
yeah,
almost like they bought them to simply take them off the market, bro.
Exactly.
Like I
Yeah.
can't even. You can't even.
You can't make
think of
PlayStation game no
why
more.
they would have.
Well,
like
they
I don't
pivoted,
know.
dude. They tried buying studios and building their first party studios. We're seeing that that's from 2018. They've yet to yield products that were worth a damn from those studio acquisitions. And so they needed a panic mode. So they started just buying a whole publisher to take shit off the market and put it in Game Pass. And that's why they pivoted in the last 2 years to buy full ass publishers rather than buying developers. They stopped buying developers with Obsidian and Double Fine. That was it. They're like, this shit's not working out. They're not getting the games out there. It's been 3 years in the making. We have yet to have games. Let's just build the factory where Bethesda could pump games out, and now Activision, you pump games out. That's what they're doing because they cannot do it themselves. You see, with the initiative, with Fable, it's taking too long for them to get a game worth out, and you're not even seeing gameplay progress for these games. They're not even being
nothing.
mentioned.
What the fuck is going on with Hellblade, man?
Hellblade too.
Listen,
Yeah, I know. They showed
look,
it twice. It was
Hellblade, let me tell
2019.
you guys something. Think about this for a second. Hellblade 2 has been in the same amount of time as for Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon is out, is complete.
Yep.
It's
And optimized.
much larger scale game than what
I know.
Hellblade 2 is gonna be. What is going on over there? I don't understand.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Everwild was shown in 2019 XO, like in London. No mention. It got rebooted a bunch of times. Like these games are not. What Contraband was announced last year with a logo. That's their partnership with Avalanche.
What is Contraband?
I don't know. They didn't even tell us what it was. It was just a logo. No mention of it this year. Nobody even talking about Contraband. Nobody even says it. Just like nobody was talking about Redfall until it got delayed.
Contraband was the game that
Avalanche was making.
They stole like the Uncharted intro and shit like that.
No, I think it's supposed to be some vehicle like hijack game. Like it's like a vehicle game. Contraband.
You know,
it's from Avalanche who made Just Cause, but it's basically some sort of like
I don't understand
stealing cars or something like that. Yeah, Contraband was announced last year. No mention of it at all this year. At all. They were at E3. There was no mention of it. These games.
We know what Microsoft supposedly has coming out between now and June, which ain't a whole lot of nothing. They say that
what
supposedly
do they have coming out?
Pentiment.
Supposedly
that's it. I showed the list.
No. They said Starfield and we don't believe it, but and Redfall are coming the first half of 2023. So we know that none of these other games are coming, and we don't even think those games are coming.
And Forza.
So what the hell is going on over there?
I have no clue. Forza's been talked about since 2020. They showed that at 2020. You're talking years.
I don't give a fuck.
And what he's saying about, and then what he's saying, like, oh well, the COVID delays and stuff. It's like, dude, how the hell did
keep
Sony
bringing up COVID?
How the hell did Sony get out? Their games were delayed and released and reviewed well and polished to shit. Incredible. And they got through COVID as well. You can't even get a trailer out.
Listen, the God of War team said that they had challenges with COVID,
they
overcame those challenges.
How the hell do you don't even show game? It's excuses. Like your games were never ready.
You know why? Because Sony has a method of development.
Yes.
Where they can do most of their shit remotely. And
but Microsoft makes teams though.
Microsoft had but I don't think they had the foresight. No, I mean it's different when you have to develop games in an environment and shit like that. Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's Microsoft, dog. They got money. They don't have ideas.
You remember Aaron Greenberg did that interview like from a goddamn potato camera? Remember that interview? Like, oh my god, it's like you work for Microsoft. What the kind of webcam do you have, dude?
It was on an iPhone 4S, man.
No, he was on some goddamn like I don't even know what the hell he was on. I don't know if he was on he was on some like goddamn like a potato camera.
But they even showed like with Santa Monica, they said they had to do a lot of animation work and mocap work without the actors and stuff. And they said that they figured out how to get that shit done. So if they can do it, there's no excuse for Microsoft and their studios not to be able to do it. They got all the money.
They got the green light.
Money doesn't.
They got all the money. They got all the devs. And like I said, they're just throwing people at these studios. Like they're just like, hey, just throw bodies. And we saw what Halo did when they threw bodies. I got these couple of super chats here. True Witty, shout out to the 2. He goes, imagine the turnaround if the deal falls from bots. Holy shit! Yeah, the deal fails. I mean, from bots, dude. Oh my god, they'll move on to something else. They'll be like, let's buy Montreal.
Fails, they're gonna be like, I never liked fucking Activision anyway.
Like Call of Duty sucks. That's what they'll say. And they'll be like, let's go buy Eidos. Like, let's go buy Eidos Montreal. Like, some bullshit like that.
What?
They're already saying that right now, dude. Do you see?
Huh?
Yes, they're saying that Embracer Group is holding Eidos for Microsoft, and then after the deal goes through with Activision Blizzard, then they're gonna sell it to Microsoft.
Is that what they believe?
That's what they think.
That's what they believe.
Embracer Group is holding it. They're holding it. Because Embracer is trying to help Microsoft get the deal because everybody wants Microsoft to own Activision, except Sony.
Maybe it's just that these devs aren't working on shit, so Microsoft is contracting them out to do stuff.
Like, dude, it is the most pathetic fucking thing. Like, just buy, like the story about just buying. And like I said, what does owning? Does it make Perfect Dark better by owning Eidos Montreal? Like, who cares? Like, the game is still in trouble. The game still hasn't released. The game, it doesn't make anything. And True Witty again with the 2. He goes, God of War 2018 and Ragnarok Starfield was in longer dev. Tim.
What?
Longer dev time. He says God of War 2018 and Ragnarok, and these came out, and Starfield was in a longer dev time than that. Yo, Starfield was announced in 2018 E3, and he said we've been working all these years on Starfield when he announced it. Dude,
they said
they've
they've been working on
shit from before 2018.
Yeah. They've been working on that game.
This
for a
ain't
long time.
I'm hurting their eyes because I'm showing the
It
whole
don't
Starfield
look,
shit.
but you know what? It does look like a game that started development 20 years ago. Maybe
It
that's
does.
what it is.
Look at it. Look at these character models, dude. Look at this
Character models
customization.
look horrible. They got
Looks horrible.
deadpan faces. They have no emotion. Their eyeballs are bugged out of their head. What is going on?
Look at
This shit
this.
look crazy, man.
This shit is not good. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
It has been incredible. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming on,
absolutely.
Link. Thank you, Sig, for jumping on, man, and shooting the shit and bringing the facts. This was a horror show for Xbox First Party. We knew this was going to be that. And you know what? Ragnarok is coming. And get ready. So it's coming. And it's coming in more ways than one.
And you know what? I'll say one more thing, too. I know some of these journalists has been saying this shit seem like a PS4 game or, all this stuff. And maybe,
Oh, they will.
all I'm
They'll be
saying
the
is,
ones.
let me tell you something. Look, I just beat 2018 again. I mean, I'm just playing through it to get it refreshing myself. Yeah, I've beaten the game like 6-7 times. But even from the trailers and stuff, that Ragnarok looks a lot better than 2018 visually. Lighting, character models, texture quality, level of detail, the density of the air. I mean, the games does look a lot better. So,
But is it on Xbox though?
Oh
no, it ain't. That's the problem.
No, it's not on Xbox.
Nope.
Listen, did
that's
they
a
say that
7
shit?
right there.
Halo,
That's a 7
Halo.
B.
Look,
Oh, don't bring
Halo
Halo. I can't
Infinite
go
look
another
worse
hour
than
talking about Halo.
Halo Infinite look worse. No, I'm just saying. Graphically, Halo Infinite looked worse than Halo 5, but they didn't criticize that game for visual. So
Dude, the combat in this game
Was it?
looks
Wait. Was it on Xbox though?
yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. So that's a 10 then.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh,
it don't need to change. I mean, why change? what's
Xbox
already
Fuego
good?
calls it a 10. Xbox
Yeah.
Fuego. Goddamn websites. Hit that like button. We need 6 more likes for 150. Incredible. But yes, thank you again. Todd Howard in your bomber jacket. Go take a walk. I'm going to give you something to think about, Todd Howard, when you leave here. There you go as you leave. There we go. Good quality right there. It's quality farts. And
man,
thank you,
good show.
Sig. Thank you, Link. Incredible show. Hit that like button on your way out, Grinders. Phillies are winning. Holy crap in the world after they delay that shit. So
What time is it?
It's 10:44, so it's 11:44 your time.
dude, it's like quarter to 12. Hey,
Damn, it's almost freaking.
It's almost 12 o'clock.
I know.
man.
It's an epic show. I know. I kept going. My voice is going to be killing me tomorrow. I'll tell you that. So, guys,
Dude,
thank
All
you
right, man.
again.
I've been fucking cutting this lawn for like 3 hours.
Oh, you playing
Ain't no
Lawnmower
day-
Simulator? Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my.
I fuck with this
Yo,
shit, dog.
that's it.
I fuck with this shit.
We got to play the song for Sick. He's playing goddamn Long Simulator. You know where he's playing it.
it's
I know where you're playing it. Oh, my God. Lawnmower Simulator.
12 minutes in Hades.
Just 12 minutes in Hades. Thank you, Grinders.
Spencer! Listen to my song! No names!